Hello everyone and welcome to episode 13 of Remedy's Control. We are back, this time to check out some post-main story DLC content. It was surprising to me that this was in here because although I knew there were two DLC packs, one of them appeared to be folded into the main storyline, or at least was present through the main campaign. The AWE expansion was something that we played through in its entirety, so I'd sort of assumed that it was going to be that the Foundations DLC would also have been sort of quietly present, and maybe we touched on it or completed it and I didn't realize it. Also, a special early hello to It's Cool Hand Luke. Oh, and Club, who has just now resubscribed. Thank you so much, Club. That is fantastic. I'm just very, very happy, and I hope that you're having a wonderful New Year's Eve. We are recording this on New Year's Eve 2020. It's episode 13. No guarantees, but the plan, the goal will be to complete the DLC today during this session, because it would make a great closing for the year 2020, and with a game like Control, I can't think of a more fitting way to round it out than with episode 13. We just have to figure out how to get to... No, this leads to the elevator. Hold on, how do I get to the director's office from here? Welcome to Control, everyone. It's the how do I get there from here game. Oh, that's right, I can't fly in here.
Yeah, I found a file on the old director.
Club, Cool Hand Luke, I hope you're having a... We're recording this very early local time here on the East Coast of the United States. It is just a little bit after 8 a.m. Among other things, I need to convert back to... Oh, there's a door that we never opened. Convert back to a work schedule coming up. It's the Post-it room. Okay. Sticky note complaint. To whom it may concern, in case you're not aware, something caused a sticky note in my office to duplicate. My office is unusable now. I'll be working from home until this is resolved. You can reach me on my cell or home phone. Sincerely, Jay Bozer, Vice Chief of Staff. We might want to close the door. I'm not sure we want this to get out. Wait, it's already out. Did this just happen? Were those notes already... Yup. It's already replicating. This was not here a second ago, was it? That's very clever. Okay. A new crisis for the Control team. This is not the DLC, though. I don't think. I don't think it's post-it panic. Oh, hold on. We've got more... Oh gosh, I have 25 out of 24 personal mods. I wonder how that happened. C's speed plus 63%. Don't we have a much, much better one than that? C's speed plus 80%. So we're gonna get rid of that one. And we need to get rid of at least one more. Probably... What's this one? Oh, energy recovery speed plus 37%. Well, that's better than what I have, isn't it? So let's go ahead and put that in. Yes. And then I should be able to get rid of the lower tier one. Right. Okay, so now we have enough space to pick up the new one, which I think I just did. Launch efficiency. And now we can get rid of that. It might have been this one. This one might have been the one that we just got. Nope, it was this one. 17%? No thanks. Let's get rid of that. Hello to Caroluna. Caroluna, I hope that you're also having a wonderful... I need to get rid of some of this stuff. Yeah, we're full up. Hold on a second. Rarity is a good way to go. All right. Damage plus 43%. I don't want to get rid of that. Increasing our damage by 43% is really good. Ammo cost per shot is pretty good. Blast radius is actually proving to be more dangerous to Jesse than it is to the enemies, at least the way that I use the explosive weapons. So let's get rid of this one. I'm going to lose this low tier blast efficiency. I'm pretty sure that we have better ones. See if there's anything else in here that we can... I don't think I'm ever going to use this one. Accuracy plus 9%. Yeah, that doesn't seem so great. And what's this one here? 2 identical ammo cost by levitatings. Thing is, I do love to levitate, but we're going to get rid of at least one of those because we're going to need the inventory space. All right, let's try to proceed with the story now. Patikin, how you doing? I hope that you are having a great... Yep, we're not going to worry about that right now. Hope you're having a great Thursday. All right, we should be able to get to the hotline room. Wait, where the hell am I going? We should be able to get the hotline room through the director's office. And what we're going to find there is a ringing phone. We walked up to it at the end of episode 12, but we're then cautioned away like, hey, wait a second, that's going to kick off an all-new story beat. So everything at the end of this bridge is going to be all new, as was the post-it room. Patikin's been doing a full-length playthrough of Assassin's Creed Valhalla on the highest difficulty level. We haven't been able to watch it because that'll be on our 2021 list to play at some point. Here we go.
Problem in the Foundation. That was Auti's vacation spot. We need to check this out.
Alright, so in order to get to maintenance, the best way is going to be through a fast travel point. And I'm assuming the fastest way to get there is just through Central Executive. I'm not sure. Actually, at this point, it might just be through the sector elevator. I've really taken a roundabout way to get to where I'm trying to go. Alright, this should be back to the main fast travel point. Now, there were some things, and, like, we may wind up talking in detail about some of the plot events in the game, because I was surprised and not a little disappointed about some of the major plot elements that I felt like were just sort of left on the table. Let's go to the coolant pump's upper level, because it looks like this connects very easily to the janitor's office. Oh, wait. What am I doing? Wasn't there a fast travel point directed to the Foundation? Let me go back in there real quick. Also, yes, we are going to spend those points, and also we have an astral construct. Oh, upgrade surge or upgrade charge. Well, of the two... I wouldn't mind doing that one, but I don't have near enough remote thoughts. Charge and surge, which is which? Boy, I'm having trouble remembering them by those names. Surge is the mine layer, right? Yes. And then charge is the rocket launcher. Well, of the two, if I'm going to upgrade one, it's going to be the rocket launcher. So let's do an astral construct on that. Got it. And now I don't have enough untapped potentials to upgrade surge again. That's fine. Now we can slot in a brand new upgrade for charge. Yeah, so we've already increased the blast radius and the projectile speed. I think that this is a great choice for our damage boost. Damage plus 43%. Yeah, and now let's put that in. Yeah, let's give that a new shot, charge. There we go. Now, the other thing that we can do here is get an ability upgrade or two. We've got 6 points. I do love using that ground pound, but I'm kind of feeling like... So we could do a throw upgrade, which I do like a whole bunch. We could do throw, and are there any other things worth 3 points? Yeah, and then another point to levitate. Or we could do levitate and ground slam. Or health and ground slam. I think we're going to do energy and ground slam, because those are two things that I love to do. Kara Luna says the DLCs, especially the paid ones, will give you all the answers you needed from the main game. Okay, well, that's good. So let's take a look at that. So, now that we've spent our points, we're gonna fast travel and... Yep, I'm sorry. It's way up there at the top left. I don't know why I was going to the janitor's office. She said Ati, and I just automatically started to go to the janitor's office.
Quiet. Trans-dimensional. This place really suits Ati. So that etching is the door. Okay, let's try opening it.
Please let me know if the dialogue is loud enough.
No time for sightseeing. The board said this was an emergency.
No, I can't see if this sand is red. Red sand was a major feature of the... alternate dimension that...
Looks like no one's been down here in a while.
the Hiss were invading through, or from, or with. Frankly, I have a lot of questions. Oh, we can grab stalactites.
Those crystals are kind of pretty. Emily would be having a field day down here.
Carolyn is saying that the dialogue could stand to be a little bit louder. Let's just go ahead and make it, let's see, audio. Let's just dial this all the way up. If this is okay, let me know. She'll hopefully have some more conversation bits. Yep, red sand.
My life's been a strange one. Certainly stranger than I'd like. But this place, it's something else. The floors crawl, the walls slither. It's a shifting pit. On the street, it's just another drab building standing there for anyone to see. But no one does. How did we miss it? Northmore. Acting director Northmore now is on a train from Washington. He'll expect answers, which is why I'm making these tapes. They're evidence that I'm at least trying to understand. Father searched his entire life for something like this, and we find it 1 week after he's buried. He always hated irony. Of course, Father, the great director, Ash, would have been the first man in. And look at me, his bookworm son, the supposed head of research who can't stop his legs from shaking long enough to step over the threshold.
Some of the more distant secondary characters like Ash and Northmore are a little bit vague to me in terms of which of them was Trench's predecessor. For example, like these are all questions that have been... Nope, we can't slither in there. These are all questions that have been answered, and I just don't happen to remember what the answers are. Patikin saying that he's debating whether or not he should stream something tonight or just take some time to chill out. I would say...
The foundation. Bottom of the oldest house. Stop the hiss.
Marshall? How was she on the hotline? Unless... she's dead. Jesus. She seemed like the kind of woman who could survive anything.
I'd be a little disappointed if Marshall died off screen, but we'll find out. I would say make that determination as it comes. If you feel like streaming, if you feel like it'd be fun, absolutely stream something. Especially in the year 2020, there's going to be... Okay, that... There's going to be a lot of people who aren't doing anything in particular for New Year's, and I'm sure... See, I took a lot of damage there, probably from my own explosives. I need to watch the blast radius in this. We might even take the blast radius mod off if I can't learn to shoot at an appropriate distance. So, I'm immediately going to get lost here. How do I tell that I came from this way? I don't know. We'll just have to look at that shaft of light and try not to get it confused with that shaft of light. Oh, also I do have access to a map. Alright, I don't think I want to go into the light yet. Abedin says that he feels like... So that's research site Delta. He feels like streaming, but also feels like chilling. So that's the reason he doesn't know what to do. So let me just check my map here. Alright. Let's go check out research site Gamma. Also, I'd be streaming all the way through the new year. Okay, so research site Gamma appears to be currently collapsed. So the map is inaccurate at the moment in terms of where we can go. So that leaves one way left. Alright, that's it, right? That's the big fight. Shifting fragment. Alright, that's something new. And we got a... Oh! Charge blast boost. Hold on a second. We happen to be using that. Let's look at blast radius and see if this is better. No. Blast radius plus 65%. Well, that's 1% better, so we'll slot that in. Also, full-on personal mods again. This one was energy recovery on melee kills. That's not so great, because as much as I like doing the melee, I don't often kill guys with it. I haven't ranked it up quite enough for that. We're going to get rid of evade cost, energy evade cost. Then we got to start dipping into our other ones. Let's sort by type and see if we've got any duplicates. Yeah, we can dump energy plus 30, I think. I actually want to hold on to both of these just in case we ever want to double up on it. Then there's shield energy cost. We'll get rid of the worst one there. And then we've got health on element pickup. Let's get rid... Oh no, this is evade cost and element pickup. I've never put this in. So we're going to get rid of the less good one. And then I might get rid of the more good one as well. I don't... Nope, we've got a duplicate here. Now, weapon reload after seizing enemies seems really appealing because I like seizing and I also like shooting my weapon. But we're going to get rid of the less good one for now. Alright, that's enough space for now. Yeah, we're good. Also, what is all this? Yep, we got that. And then missions... We'll take a look through that later. And then... What, if anything, do we have to look in here? Let's just take a quick look. Oh, look! We have our own photograph. And so, the graphics in this game are really good, but I want to say that that's actual Courtney Hope, as opposed to the character model. It's very actually difficult to tell. Slide projector. Object is a blank with a vertical tray. Object creates lots of redactions. See Dr. Darling presentation 26.1 for more details. The only blank to successfully produce this effect resulted in the capture of redacted. See Dr. Darling's presentation. Object has not been successfully bound. The para utility of this object does not require binding. Discovered when the Bureau responded to large redaction. Many of the accompanying blanks were redacted. The entirety of the blank was transported to the Bureau for examination, only to find... Oh, to find additional blank or other altered materials. So, if I was to uncover those blanks, the entirety of the landfill was transported to the Bureau for examination to find additional objects of power or other... Maybe slides that could also be in there. Hold on a second. Sorry, there was more collectibles to look at. Multimedia... Nope. Okay, we saw that. I liked it very much, but it doesn't require a second viewing right now. And nope, there's still something in here. Probably that audio cassette that we heard. Yep. Let's just cross that off. And then the hotline, this is probably actually new.
My reflection trapped in the darkness of the coffee I nurse. The rain turns the lights of the city into a mosaic on the windows. The day's paper lists all the things wrong in the world. The list grows longer by the day. The difference between the morning and the night. Coffee. Whiskey. No other difference. The alarm goes off at 5 a.m. It feels like I just closed my eyes. It's dark. I sit up on the bed in the gloom. I get up, I shower. The driver waits for me downstairs, takes me to the oldest house. An old man stares at me in the car window. It's raining. It's dark. Late at night, he brings me back here. It's not a home, it's a room where I sleep in, waking up just as tired as I was before going to bed. Endless grind.
So I do want to sort of try to unpack some of the things that happened or were demonstrated at the end of the... Oh, nope, we can't get that. So we're going to have to find some sort of anti-stalactite power. We can't get into Deep Cavern. I can touch this, and let's not forget to do so. So I know this is going to feel a little bit surprising to people who are fans of Remedy games, but the conclusion of the main story in the base Control game did not directly address some of the questions and theories that had been brought up and left a lot of things ambiguous. I know, it's weird in a Remedy game. Oh, I'm going to step around the archaeological site. So we might delve into that as we go. At first, I thought the cave paintings in the Foundation chronicled ancient humans' encounters with natural occurrences like weather, but it soon became clear they depicted events far outside the average human experience. Also, it seems I was wrong to assume the images are ancient. Radiocarbon dating suggests something impossible, that I've been down here longer than the paintings. That's absurd, though. The style and medium clearly indicate a Paleolithic origin. I was ready to conclude that an ancient community of humans lived in or around the oldest house. Now with this information, I don't know what to think. Is one of our agents drawing these? Or is there someone down here with us? This place has a habit of skewing my results, so perhaps the data is corrupted. Or perhaps some paintings were created at different times. The art does seem to chronicle not only the past, but also the present and possibly even the future. I see in them echoes of the board, some linear architecture, even what could be interpreted as a director. Are the paintings telling a story that's still being written? And if so, who's writing it? Hold on, we now have another hotline. The future. Let's check it out. Batigan was saying of Director Trench. Hold on, there's yet more space dust. 1 second. Batigan's asking, like, this guy sounds familiar. I don't think he's the Max Payne voice actor. I could be wrong. Oh, this is going to be an expansion on what Marshall was saying to us as a ghost.
I only heard of the Foundation when I became head of operations. The very bottom of the oldest house. Director access only. Just the name alone is classified. Zachariah gave me a tour the day I was promoted. Said I should see it for myself, to understand. After that, I snuck down on my own from time to time to keep tabs on the place, and on them. But nothing ever changed down there. Not even the walls. It's solid, permanent, different from the rest of the house. Of course, they were always watching me. I never stayed long. I'm not stupid. I have to stop the hiss from finding this place. I'm the only one who can.
So it turns out it's not speculation. Patikin looked it up, and that is Max Payne's voice actor, James McCaffrey. Interesting. It's been a long... So, Patikin, let me ask you one follow-up question. Was that the same voice actor as Max Payne 3, which is the Max Payne game that I've played the most recently, and even that was many years ago? Max Payne 3 is one of those games that's sort of on a... Whoa. Max Payne 3, oh boy! Hold on a second. What I'm trying to get around to is... I would like to replay Max Payne. Back at the time that...
We're using pickaxes now.
Back at the time that I originally played it, I had a pretty good PC, and it played well, and I played through the game and enjoyed it. It is one of those games that I'd like to revisit at even higher quality settings, and... sort of delve into it. The original Max Payne, the first Max Payne, I don't think that I would enjoy revisiting as much. Evade ammo refund. Hold on, I want to know what that does. Ammo recovery on... Whoa! That seems really good. Ammo recovery on evade use. I evade all of the time. Wow, I want to put that in somewhere. Let's replace our health boost for now, because that seems too good to pass up. So let me just actually, let's do it. Yeah, look at that. We get bullets back when we evade. That's great. Tom, you missed the good news. I'm sure the official memo will go out soon, but Northmore called an all hands at the crossroads to announce we're finally moving out of this hellhole and up into the house proper. Bureau Brass apparently solved the moving walls problem, or at least figured out a way to pinpoint where and when they happen. All I know is going up means goodbye darkness, goodbye weird lunches with that ex-Nazi scientist, and goodbye pissing into the pit. I know that was you, Barry. So Northmore, that was Trench's predecessor, right? And so... when were these... We're seeing signs of time dilation down here, where things may not have happened in sequence, and I'm wondering if this is a very old memo, or a new memo written by someone who has only recently been opining on how Northmore is the current FBC director. In any event, Northmore's ordering the Foundation sealed as soon as we can haul our stuff out and somehow convince Ash to come with us. He's the only one kicking up a fuss. This is long overdue. We've lost 11 men and damn near $10,000 in supplies moving between the entrance and the Foundation. And for what? Research? Ash is batty if he thinks we want to stay here and sift through more sand with him. It's just rusted iron flakes anyway. Did you know that? We were breathing that shit in. Well, that explains the red color, and also, I need to stop exiting here so quickly because we have something else. Oh, the hiss sharpened. Agents display the para-utilitarian ability to rapidly move short distances. This ability is unique in the fact that it's not associated with any known object of power. However, we should not discount the possibility that this ability is an object variation. For example, abrupt physical relocation, APR, could potentially be a variant of the jukebox's effect. And then we've got some more information. Like the enemy rundowns, they're dudes with pickaxes that teleport. I'm with you. Yeah, Patikin says that James McCaffrey voiced in all 3 games. I don't remember feeling like Max Payne 3 was inconsistent with the others in its presentation of Max Payne, but I never actually looked up to see. Okay, I probably don't want to walk in that. Beware of dangerous toxic geysers. I will watch out. Kira Luna is saying that he hopes that I end up with all of the ammo. Actually, I hope the enemies end up with all of the ammo. Preferably firmly planted somewhere beneath their skin. Mr. Wilder, I have some bad news. You remember Robert Ricardo? Okay. I immediately translated that as Robert Picardo, who is a very good actor that I like watching his stuff a lot. You remember that Robert Ricardo fellow we brought in as a special consultant to map the lower caves? Well, today he found a chamber with weird eyes covering every inch of the walls and a strange black pillar in the center. Kind of looks like the ones at this crossroads, but smaller. We had a bureau member shadowing him, but whatever happened in there did a number on our guests. The docs are taking a look, but it's pretty clear that Mr. Adventure's exploring days are over. I know we were careful to limit this guy's exposure to the non-ordinary. Drugging him up and carrying him through the upper floor was a real hoot, by the way. But we really need to reevaluate our policies on external contractors. Honestly, we'd be better off forming a special division trained in rappelling and orienteering than subjecting more outsiders to the shit we deal with. They almost always end up dead or loony. I do not want to go to the Chamber of Eyes. Alright, I'm gonna... No. So we're gonna have to get some sort of anti-stalactite ability. I think our...
The astral plane is cutting into our dimension. What if this happens in the upper floors? It'll destroy the bureau.
No! Oh, that was the wrong button to push. Oh, whatever. Sorry, I don't yet know where all the bullets are coming from. Oh, now they're coming from me. No, okay, that's fine. Don't blow yourself up, Jesse. Okay. No, shield! Shield! I'm just gonna have to chill out here for a second. Okay, shield. Oh, God. Shoot. Shoot. Oh, okay. So that was not a great strategy or a great weapon for that. It's just the best I had available at the time. Looks like a mod. Dodge efficiency. Well, my dodges are inefficient, but it's a necessary evil of being able to do the other stuff I can do. Now, who is doing that? I don't know.
I wish I'd brought Emily with me. I could really use my head of research right about now.
It's been a hot minute since we've seen Emily. She was such a major character at the beginning. With the astral plane now physically accessible, a torrent of new information has been collected on the entities known as astral copies. The copies' bodies are composed of a dense stone-like material that is both resilient under controlled circumstances and brittle when struck with significant force. Whether the astral copies possess individual consciousness or are directed by higher intelligence, such as the board, remains unknown. However, their shared aggression seems to indicate a unified goal. Director Faden's encounters with these entities when binding objects of power in the astral plane indicate they serve as live targets for potential para-utilitarians to practice on. Some have been equipped with Bureau weaponry, though it seems unlikely they were armed by our personnel. It is important to note that they appear immune to Hiss corruption. Carolyn is asking, was that the Chamber of Ice or the Chamber of Eyes? Chamber of Eyes. Ice, I feel like I know how to deal with. Okay, don't cut yourself on that ceiling. It looks bad.
Wait! It's Jesse! The director!
Wait, who? Did something happen?
Whoa. This place is huge. Marshall? Can you hear me? She was on the hotline, so that person couldn't have been Marshall, right? One problem at a time. Let's see what's going on with that pillar first.
Is that what we're calling pillar? Because that looks like broken cube. Incomplete cube. Patigan, by the way, is saying that he... Hold on, let me look at ammo efficiency. Health recovery on melee hits. That's another really good one. Especially paired with a health boost. They're throwing a lot of very appealing upgrades at me. Patigan's saying that he is weighing doing a replay of all 3 Max Payne games. I'll tell you this, and this is not a spoiler, those like dream sequences in the first game, those didn't hold up at the time that game came out, and I can't imagine they've gotten more fun since then.
It's been 5 days since we first entered the building. Traversing the interior is dangerous due to the shifting, but we did manage to find a lower cavern that seems structurally predictable, which is a scientific way of saying its walls won't crush us in our sleep. Northmore even made a discovery. A pistol placed on a stone pedestal in front of that strange ebony pillar. Seems like something out of a storybook, except the heroes usually find swords, not handguns. But it is the perfect lure for someone like him. Hours after finding this weapon, Northmore cornered me to spout some nonsense about how the board had made him the director. He ran it about the title being meaningless before now, calling Father and all other previous directors shams, frauds, and worse. I think this place is worse for Northmore than it is for me. Strangest thing? There was no pedestal in front of that pillar a day ago. This building has swallowed a dozen of my men, and now it's handing out presents? Is it playing some sort of game? If it is, we're most certainly losing. Hell, we don't even know the rules.
I like that guy. He seems to have the right of it. Oh, I want to turn that on. I want to see what they were watching. Unfortunately, the only option that I see for it is to pick it up and smash it. Patigan is noting that the first Max Payne is fun to play. I feel like, at least for me, the first Max Payne was overshadowed by the second. The second, I do feel, is very interesting to revisit. I do see the thing on the wall. I'm looking at other things. The second one would be a lot of fun to revisit because it would feel so different from the third. The third is a very different creature and probably more polished overall. In any event, on the nature of the pillar found in the crossroads, so this is the crossroads, is best described as an onyx spike that protrudes from the cave floor like an imposing stalagmite. Despite its aggressive silhouette, the structure has an undeniable allure. Freud would certainly have something to say about the pillar's overall overly erect nature, but I'm more drawn to Whitmore's essay on dynamic layers, structures within structures, the fractal mirror in every being. Given its significant location, I believe the pillar is either the very heart of the oldest house or an intrusion within that heart. Or perhaps it's like the husk of a seed from which the oldest house sprouted. Trottier hopefully I'm pronouncing that correctly, wrote that great architecture isn't built, it grows. But then why does the pillar look so different from the rest of this place's concrete walls and rocky caverns? It's easier to see it as an anomaly, a buried artifact, a foreign body, a demonic phallus. I wonder if this pillar is any more welcome here than we are. And this is just going to be that recording, so we're just going to mark it off. There we go. And, like, the presence of old typewriters and, like, you know, computer consoles, that's just sort of how the oldest house rolls. So I'm not sure when this stuff was left here, if it was the day before yesterday, or they're talking about old stuff is the thing. For all my research into the oldest house's ley lines, I still don't understand why they converge here at the base of this pillar. I suppose the simplest reason is that they have to converge somewhere, Occam's razor and all that. But that seems wrong. The esoteric world abhors coincidence. So what is the true relationship between this pillar and the ley lines? Does it act as a magnet attracting them, polar north, or is the pillar a product of their focused energies, a sprout nourished by the constant flow of the oldest house's power? Perhaps classifying that power would provide some insight. However, we currently have no means of measuring or quantifying it. Given time, it may become possible to collect and even harness this energy. Do they do that? Is that... Anyway, on that note, Northmore is bringing the much-lauded Dr. Gustav Wagner, from headquarters in DC to aid my research. Oh, that must be the ex-Nazi guy that they talked about. I suppose this is his way. Maybe it's not. Maybe that was a radical assumption. It's just I'm sort of trying to piece together through conservation of characters who the background cast is here. I suppose this is his way of saying he doesn't trust me to work unsupervised. Let's just hope Dr. Wagner is as smart as his dearly departed Führer. Okay, I should have read the rest of that paragraph. Once believed him to be. I don't think I will get along with that guy. Whoops. Nope, that's still that. Okay, I think we're ready to touch the block. Also, the interesting thing is that this does not look like a pillar to me. The fact that everybody describes it as such, I would call it a structure. I would call it, as Patigan put it, an unfinished companion cube.
So I can only choose one? I thought I was done with these tests.
So, left is self, right is weapon. Presumably then this is a mod. And without further information, I would say, like, so I don't know, right? The thing is, Jessie has many different weapons, and we don't know what kind of mod she'd get for which weapon, and whether or not I even like using it. Also, the weapon could technically be taken away at any point. If you're sort of thinking about, do I want to, if I only get one chance to upgrade something, wouldn't you rather upgrade yourself? So we're gonna go with the self upgrade. You stay back there. Oh, it tells us. Okay, shape or manipulate. And what if we go over here? Okay, I don't... Oh, and it's showing us. Okay, so that allows you to shoot the stalactites and destroy them. And this allows you to build platforms. I want to do that second thing. Complete the astral plane challenge. Okay, so... All right. I should feel handled. Oh, and the platforms do revert afterwards. Got it. All right, hopefully this looks doable. Oh, only certain ones will crumble after being shaped. Nope, nope. Oh, that's not high enough. Oh, okay. Got it. Is our Jesse learning? Some crystals can be shaped into dangerously sharp points. All right. I like the look of it. Evade ammo refund. Wait, that might be better than the one that we have. Evade ammo refund. So we have plus 10%. No, it's only plus 9%. Now, we could double stack them, but I'm happy with 10%, so we're just going to get rid of that one. I kind of want to keep those just in case I ever need a really big health. Sam Lander, hello to Sam Lander, who says that you can just hover. And Patikin says, would work well together with Mia sound effects when she shoots guns. Yes! Yeah, we were talking about how much fun it would be to have, okay, and now we just have to draw that guy forward. There we go. To have a mod for Grand Theft Auto where it would just be Mia's voice in place of the guns going ga 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 ga. I will say this, I've looked into some GTA 5 mods. Crystals can be shaped while levitating to create platforms. Yeah, we're gonna have to figure out how to do that. Moments like this is when I'm real glad that we picked up the... Hold on, I don't want to ground pound. Real glad that we picked up the levitation upgrades, because although this... I'm sure that this must be balanced in a way where that is... Uh-oh. Where do I go? This is doable with no upgrades. I still feel like we have a much broader margin for error because she can levitate for so long due to what we've invested in.
Okay, let's review. This broken pillar is called the nail. It was broken by something, and now the astral plane is bleeding into the foundation, which will destroy the oldest house, the bureau, and everyone inside. I need to find 4 locks, or keys, or whatever, to stop that from happening. But I'm the director. I've handled worse. This should be simple. Ish. You with me?
Jesse, where did you get most of that information from? Did I miss the conversation where somebody said you gotta go find 4 keys? Oh, here's the cave paintings. So we've got like some people and a spider. Oh, and I can go somewhere now. I don't know if that's high enough. Yes. I don't know what game we're gonna play next, like what the next thing is, but I'm gonna complain so much about not being able to fly. It could be Superman 64 and I will complain about my inability to fly like I can fly in this game. So, just sort of carefully doing this. Okay, so our goal was to reach the warehouse path. Check plus. We did it. We've got a power cube. And... nothing. They brought along really good generators. Oh, the power cube is right next to the thing that it has to be. So we should be able... wide a melee. Thank you for the reminder on that. I think probably that was more about teaching us that we can smash through thin wooden slats, which was going to be the next thing that I would try, but I'd rather have that reminder than get stuck here for 20 minutes trying to figure out where to go. Complete the ritual in the warehouse. Not a big ritual person, though. If the ritual is shoot a bunch of dudes to death, that one I'm willing to complete. But if it's... Yes, the warehouse. Oh, that's the warehouse. Okay. Oh, Patinkin's saying just play Immortals, you can fly in that. Yeah, so Immortals is... Wait, let me stand at a safe distance and... Yep. So bear in mind that that's there. Probably something similar here. Yeah. Alright, so we can go up there. I'm going to check out these little huts first. The oldest house has revealed much to me during my months in the Foundation, but many questions remain. Primarily, the tree etchings bewilder me. What is their significance? If the house has changed shape over its lifetime as I've theorized, then was this tree its first form? I sent a team to the Schwartzman building in search of pre-settlement accounts of Manhattan Island. From those I discovered a single relevant line, and there I found a tree not known to me, the devil twisted within its bark. That line, taken from the fact that certain American cultures believe some trees would offer wisdom and guidance, is indeed interesting. However, it's hardly firm evidence, and though I am now bound to the oldest house, I remain a man of science. Of course, there are numerous ancient beliefs regarding trees. Yggdrasil, the tree of knowledge, Yax Imix Shi. Some cultures offer blood sacrifices to trees, while others claim trees endowed chosen individuals with inhuman powers. Do New York City's many murders act as sacrifice for the oldest house? Does the house have a chosen champion? Is it me? Oh, hold on. We've got another thing in here somewhere. Rituals. Patine's also noting that if Immortals is next, then we'll also be able to watch his playthrough. My sense is that it's rather non-linear, but we'd certainly be able to see at least parts of it. So yeah, we're full on this again. Energy gained from taking melee damage. That sounds awful. We're going to get rid of that. Energy recovery and melee kills. That's probably high on the list to get rid of. What's this one? Energy plus 10%. I'm going to tell you what, at this point, we're just never going to put it in relative to the other things that we have. Health plus 45%. And then we got 36 and 39%. All right, let's dump the 36% one at least. If there was like an upgrade within the game to buy that would be ammo cost per shot. Well, let's shatter, spin, and grip. I don't know that I'm going to use half those. And then what's this one? Zoom. Yeah, let's get rid of both zoom ones, even when I'm using Pierce, which I do like. Yeah, and projectile choke we don't need because we've got one that's negative 500%. It's right there. Negative 100%. Okay, so we can't wash out her eyes. Oops. Nope. Nope. That's so many wrong buttons. I really wanted to hold the button because look how many files we have now. And we've read through all of these pretty much. There we go. I've been going through my library researching pyramids and triangles. If that shape does relate to the board, as Northmore says, then perhaps our predecessors in the occult can offer some insight through their geometric knowledge. In esotericism, the triangle is closely associated with the Holy Trinity and other three-part concepts, past, present, and future, mind, body, and spirit. Interestingly, the term board also implies multiple parts. Upright triangles in Judeo-Christian imagery indicate ascent into the rational or divine realm. Inverted, it signifies a descent into the corporeal/human. Naturally, the ascent is masculine and the fall is feminine. Adam and Eve, that's a bit of old world patriarchy. It's 1964 now, and we're well past that silliness. Considering the above, what does the inverted triangle tell us about the board? They're clearly not corporeal or human. Perhaps they wish to be, or they once were. The likeliest answer is simply that theological imagery cannot help us define alien entities, which would have been the first thing I would have thought of. But still, the pyramid seems significant. Shapes have power, and clearly so does the board. What power does the board have? Like, we've never talked about this, and this is a rhetorical question. The board is clearly an extraplanar entity or series of entities that has been working with or guiding or at least interacting with the Federal Bureau of Control for decades. To
Is this
what
a Bureau ID badge? Looks so old. Hope will definitely want to see this.
Okay, that's cool. We found a Bureau ID badge. We can't go in here, which is fine. You know, Jesse has warmer feelings towards Ahti than I do. She seems to like him a whole bunch, and that's fine. I don't have any reason to mistrust or dislike Ahti, but he's clearly got more going on than just some random guy who's working here, and that makes me suspicious of what he knows and where he goes and what his actual agenda is. And he's just, like, he seems benevolent. I have no idea whether or not the board is benevolent. They don't seem anything but sinister to me. Everybody else just sort of accepts it, so I've been going along with it. But if they gave me a chance to shoot that black inverted triangle in the face for a while, I'd probably take it.
Weird place to leave an ID card, but okay.
Okay. ID card number 2. Check. Alright, so we've got something here. Let me go through here, because it's not very well... Oh, I see it. So that would lead over more towards Crossroads. Alright, let's go check the warehouse then. Oh, hello to Feecrest. Yes, Feecrest, getting off to an early start. Wanted to check out the post-story DLC for Control. I will... Wait, what's concussed energy recovery? I bet it's another when you get punched. Yeah, energy gained from taking melee damage. No thank you. There are games that you play primarily for the story, and there's games that you play primarily for the gameplay, and then sometimes you have games, the really good ones are both. This, I feel like, I really like the story. However, exposure to the story beats in this would in no way preclude my recommendation that people play it, because it is so, the combat is so much fun.
28 days now spent inside what we're calling the oldest house. Northmore insists on the name. I'm too tired to ask why. I'm not sleeping well. Per orders, me and my research team have established a permanent examination lab in the Foundation. I basically live down here now, like the obedient head of research Father raised me to be. I spend my days investigating that odd pillar where Northmore found the handgun. The work was half-hearted at first, I admit. But then I discovered numerous non-Aristotelian energy channels converging at its base. Ley lines, dragon roads, Hylogalinian, call them what you want. But this pillar is the crossroads. I started building something. Equal parts talisman and technology. An array that can impose order on the ley junctions. That's the idea, at least. We'll see when I'm done. I prefer to work away from the pillar. I'm not the only one who feels like that thing has eyes.
Yeah, I like that dude, and it feels like that's the guy that might have invented those parabolic dishes that allow the foundation to stop the walls from shifting. Okay, so here we come. Gonna just open that a little bit more. Okay, is that good? We turned it on, or powered it up. Sure. Power core storage. Let's hit it. Yeah, as Batigan says, this is Holiday Angel. We don't get to do this very much. We've talked a lot over various streams about the difficulty in trying to have any sort of a work schedule. So we've got a bunch of power cores here, but they're not blinking. They don't appear to be charged. There's one back there that is working. Before we move it, let's go take a quick look to see. Okay, we do have another. So, pending new information, I want to grab one, stuff it in there, and then maybe bring the other one with us to a different floor. Alright, let's set this down. Let me look over here. Oh, wait, there's a file. After numerous attempts, I've finally found a way to intercept and contain the ambient energy of the ley lines in a kind of non-Aristotelian battery I've dubbed the power core. I admit it was difficult capturing energy I can barely measure, much less interact with. Luckily, it seems the porous stone of the Foundation's caverns possess such conductive qualities. Using stone flakes and copper wire, my power cores collect significant power. My early prototypes collected too much, in fact, but I've since reinforced the container. We don't yet know the repercussions of tapping into this power field. As a precaution, these devices should not be taken outside of the house. Ideally, the Bureau should no longer need to rely on typical energy sources. It's my greatest feat of engineering yet. I've always had an interest in invention. I like the creativity that it allowed, set within the firm boundaries of logic and physics. Father never approved, calling it a mundane science. With that in mind, I dedicate this invention to Theodore Ashe Sr. May he scowl in peace. Okay, so, in fact, he invented the power cores. Oh, and this is just going to be his... Yep, just cross that off. Ow. Alright, let's take this power core somewhere. Maybe up to the 3rd floor? Yes, tunnel access. Yeah, during the normal work schedule, we're lucky if we get to stream 2 or 3 times a week. As you can see from this vacation time, I'd much prefer to have it on a more consistent basis. Alright, let me bring this. I don't actually know that we need it, but until proven otherwise... Hold on a second. What's this?
Entry day plus 51. Northmore has ordered an all-hands search for objects similar to the service weapon. He claims there are more in the house, though I don't see how he's so certain. He's been strange lately, talking about joining greater causes, and frequently mentioning the pyramid. After pressing him, he finally described this pyramid to me. Inverted, black, mathematically perfect. Oddly enough, Adam and the other id have shown me numerous inverted triangles painted on the cave walls. Surely there's a connection, but I don't see it yet. As far as occult symbols go, triangles are by no means rare. Flood, Levi, Kroll, they used that shape like it was going out of fashion. Standing on their base, triangles signify stability and strength. Inverted on their points, they represent conflict and stagnation. Of course, the orientation is just a matter of perspective. Looking at the pyramid from below gives you one, from above another. Northmore says he looks up at the inverted pyramid. I have to wonder, is anyone standing over it, looking down?
I like the increasing severity of this man's existential crisis and like, oh god, what have I gotten myself into? I don't know that we need this cube. We're gonna hold on to it. Nope. Oh, we're not. Bye! Okay, it does look like it landed far below. Hopefully we didn't need it for whatever's up here. Yeah, my companion cube went. Okay, and where are we in the world? Okay, so now we are... Wow, very far away from warehouse, it feels. And going this way. Alright. Trying to keep one idea on... By the way, if in regular combat I wind up using these, I'll be kind of impressed. It's the sort of like environmental thing that I'm very good at forgetting exists. Oh, although this looks like a good opportunity. Okay, I'm not sure I got the best of that, but I survived and he didn't, so I guess I did get the best of that. Okay, let's just do a quick once around to see if there's anything to pick up. Oh, hey, somebody in the previous episode said that there's options to adjust it so that you don't take damage or anything, and I guess I'm just curious, where even are those options? Oh, right here. Assist mode is what it's called. So enhanced aim assist. You can do aim snapping, energy recovery, damage reduction. Interesting. Okay, that's pretty cool. I am a very big believer that there is no upwards limit on how easy a game should be made. I think that there is an upwards limit. Like if a game is you know, impossible except for all but the 10 greatest people in the world to play, I feel like that's a little bit too challenging. But in terms of making it easy, I feel like there should be modes in pretty much every game to allow people to one button it if they want. Because what does it cost me for that option to exist? Like, this is a perfect example. I didn't even know that that was in this game, and here we are. Ammo recovery unevaded. No, we got something better than that. And this is source gained from taking melee damage. So those are the triangles. They're our main currency. I'm not going to stand around and get punched if I can possibly avoid it. Oh, hello to Rickety Artist, who says Happy New Year's Eve. Sorry, Rickety, lots of combat going. Yeah, Rickety, Happy New Year's Eve to you too. Hopefully you're still here. I'm always disappointed when if I miss the opportunity to say hello to somebody. Yeah, I hope that you're having a wonderful New Year's Eve. I hope that your New Year's Day will go as well. And I wanted to sort of like share that with everybody as they come through. 2020 has been...
That damn gun.
Hold on.
Fatal. Not sure she's ready.
I'm here, aren't I? I saved the Bureau once, and I'll do it again.
2020 has been a tremendous year for the stream, and I want to make sure that the people who made that possible, which is all of the viewers, understand how much your participation has been, how important it's been to making this sort of like such a fun year for streaming.
I've served under 2 directors. 3 now, I suppose. Trench and I worked our way up together. We made it through the tough cases, the bad days, the casualties. He was the epitome of a good agent. Smart, decisive, selfless. Then he picked up that damn gun. Becoming director is a formal process overseen by the board. Lots of ritual and mystery. After that, key staff provide detailed briefs on all classified matters, past and present. But with Faden, well, there's no protocol for field promotion. The girl's smart, has a good head on her shoulders. I'm trusting her to handle the hiss upstairs, while I hold them off here. All this shit with the nail, the board, I'm not sure she's ready. Besides, I work better alone.
Well, see, the trouble with people who say that they work better alone is that they're not taking anyone else into account. Some people don't work better alone and would rely on your skills in order to survive this crisis. Patikin is saying... so I'm wondering if I can get in there. That does look like an area to enter. No Bureau alert. We're not doing you right now. Alright, so I'm going to try to get into there, and we're going to see how that goes. Patikin is saying that God mode is a little bit silly. At that point, it's just like a cheat code from back in the day. Yeah, but like I can simply choose not to go into that menu. I didn't know it was there, but we've played through the whole game. If I'd gotten really stuck, like really stuck and unable to proceed, isn't it nice to be able to say, I just need to get past this one part and then I can play the whole rest of the game? So I fully support having those options available. Meteor Hill. Per archival mandate, this document has been edited to meet current administrative standards. Certain terminology may be out of date. Details. The retrieved material was subjected to Fellstrom's array, configuration 74-B, but the tests were halted as the matter began to physically elude the equipment. Attempts to constrain the element were made, but under further stress, it became vaporous. The researchers suffered corrosive injuries prior to their deaths. The child victims at Meteor Hill recounted the material enveloping them in a pleasant manner upon making contact, but when discovered, they were redacted and screaming. Bodily changes were perceived immediately. Deformities, loss of pigment in the skin and hair, and mental symptoms surfaced in subsequent examinations. Confusion, heightened aggression. The Department of Public Knowledge and Diversions gave statements claiming the incident was caused by debris from poorly made Russian satellites, which the public accepted with no complications. The children were sent to the Bureau's recuperation facility and redacted to receive help away from society. That's another thing that sounds like it might be a reference to some sort of like real-world event, but I don't know it well enough to say. Energy renewal for a weapon mod. Let's just see what that is. Energy gain from headshots plus 38%. And no, it's headshot damage. Okay, so let's get rid of that one because that's a much worse version of the one that we have. And both of these I feel like we can get out. Yeah, because we have one that's just like instantly teleport the things. We can just clear up that space right now. Kira Luna saying that he hates games with no difficulty settings, as if the devs know how difficult the game will be to play for all players. Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. What if you just like the atmosphere in this game? You just like the tone and the brutalism, architecture, and I'm going to try to get over here. I want to see what this is about. You know, you want to explore the world and not be harassed by combat. the existence of a God mode difficulty setting. Okay, I feel like we've been through here. Wait, I saw something. I thought I saw something. Yeah, there's like there's something right there. I think it's a... Okay, this might be something that we're not allowed to get because I didn't take the smash open stalactites with your weapon ability. There's some ability points to spend. I don't think I will spend them. The next thing we could do is launch large enemies when their health is low. Or plus 20% to shield strength. Oh, I like the sound of shield rush. While holding shield, use evade to rush at enemies and knock them back. Oh, that sounds like fun. Okay, I'm gonna save those points for now. Alright, let me see if I can get back up to where I was. I'm concerned that it's too high, but we'll go check it out. Patikin saying... if you die on story mode, then I don't know what you're doing, really. I think my response to that is, you know, some people have, like, what if you have a, like, mobility issues with your hands, for example? What if you have, there's other things to consider beyond, you know, just get good. An example for me personally is I've never played Cuphead. Maybe Cuphead is great. Maybe Cuphead is a great game. Maybe I would have no difficulty with it. What I know of Cuphead is that the rep on that game is that it's very, very challenging. And when I'm presented with an opportunity to buy Cuphead, I think to myself, well, if I get stuck and if I have trouble with a... Oh, Jesse, look, is this not the most absurd thing in video games? This isn't even like the bars on the jail cell are very far apart that you could turn sideways. Jesse, you could walk through there. Oh, F off. Okay, now we can go in here. Yeah, I could buy Cuphead. I could play it enough to get good at it. I could go through it, or I could spend that same time and energy on a different game that doesn't expect me to grind on it until I get awesome enough to beat that one game. It's just a case, in my view, of... Oh, wait. Is it not powered? Can I not get up there? Hold on a second. Okay, so yeah, we're missing something. Well, we're missing power, specifically, and... What do I do about that? There was no power cube in here earlier. This isn't the one that I dropped, right? And even if it was, there's no place to plug it in. So, let's see if we can maybe go down a level. Am I currently on tunnel access? No! Okay, maybe I'm on floor 4. Maybe it has all the power that it needs. Oh dear. So... Uh-oh. Particularly saying, well, Cuphead being difficult is the point of the whole game. Is it? Because I look at Cuphead and I kind of feel like the point of the whole game was we really admire this art style and wanted to see if we could create an interactive game built around this art style. I guess if the difficulty of Cuphead, if that was the whole point of the game, like we want to make a game that's really hard that will make people feel good about having completed, I guess they succeeded, and that's great for the people that have played and completed Cuphead. For me, I look at it and say, I'll find something else to play. It's an interesting design decision to say our goal is not to make a good game, it's to make a hard game. I am honestly not sure where to go next. So our goal is to complete the ritual. I have 4 floors that I can go to. Well, the thing is, what I don't see is what is undone. What have I failed to do so far? Let's go down to the bottom floor. Patikin says that you can... See, again, in Dark Souls, is being hard the point of the game? I feel like that's a feature of the game, but, like, what's all the story in there for at that point? Like, you know, Super Meat Boy is a hard game, and that kind of feels like the point of that game. Okay, so I'm back down at the first floor. I don't know. I feel like allowing the player to set their own degree of difficulty is... Yep, so here's the cube that we dropped. Let me put this back in here so we at least know where it is. But I did not see any unsatisfied power requirements as we climbed up. Even though I didn't see it, let me come in here. I'm gonna go back up to the 4th floor, because the 4th floor is very dark. It very much has that... This area is not powered area. Patikin saying that, it is a good game. He could be calling that Cuphead or to Dark Souls. They made a great game and also made it difficult on purpose. Okay, I mean, so well done. Like, what I'm saying is that I feel, and this is not going to ring particularly true in this moment where I'm trying to determine specifically what am I here to do. I do see some red lights up there that appear to be hiss nodes, but I can't get there. I can take the elevator down a floor, but I think that then this gate closes, so it's not like I can get back into it. And then we are back into the tunnels. So... Let's... Whoops! Oh boy. Hold on a second. Okay, stop this. Featherfall. Alright, well the good news is we can just take the elevator back up if we need to. What I was gonna do is let's go in here, go to missions, and go to this. Oops. After gaining the shape ability, Jesse is able to access remote areas of the Foundation. Cool. Complete the ritual in the warehouse. Well, we're in the warehouse. Okay, well, hold on. We see some things here that we can pull out and climb. I just need to get over there. Haven't done that, so let's go check it out. Here's another way to put it. I don't comprehend the value of making a game exclusionary. If that's your goal, like, we want to make a game that is so challenging that only, like a small percentage of people will play and or enjoy it, you can do that, I guess, but why? It's sort of the why of it to me. Oh, and this goes... Oh, wait. Okay. Now, where do I go from here, and why? Do we go anywhere from here? Get back in here, I guess? Okay, no, this is something new. This is something new. Oh, yes. Hold on. Let's read this. Per archival mandates, this document... The paradimensional occurrence consisted of 3 sequential sinkholes induced by subterranean implosions, revealing foreign material of magmatic qualities. A local area of the Youth Science League were participating in an archaeological dig on the hill when the event occurred. Many boys were injured in the resulting collapse. Some touched the magma directly. Yikes. Bureau agents arrived at the scene 7 days after the incident. Samples of the lava-like material were taken. The area was quickly sealed off from the public at our recommendation. Our aim was to ensure all remnants of the material were rendered inoffensive, but the magma descended too deeply into the earth to retrieve. Foul-smelling odors were detected in the area, which were hypothesized being the dissipated elements vapor trail left at the scene. All acquired material was delivered to Washington for examination by the Bureau's on-site laboratories. Hello to Ricardinho. Let me just look here. Okay, so Patikin saying that he never continued playing Cuphead, like he finished a level and then other games got his attention. Carolina says same goes for games that have no way to save the game at any time. For example, where you have to get to save points or autosave all the time, even though he does play some games. Patikin says that talking about autosaves, the latest AC games autosave a lot, but you can't quick save or whatever in hostile areas, and it doesn't autosave either, so if you die there, you have to do the whole thing. Yep, if you watch our playthrough of Assassin's Creed Odyssey, there were some episodes that were multiple attempts at very large enemy settlements. And that I'm okay with, because you also have the option to turn the difficulty down to a point where it would be challenging to lose. And then hello to Ricardinho. Vicards is saying, I don't have a problem with games being made for the sole purpose of being hard, but that should be readily defined and known so players know what they're spending their money on, rather. If Souls-like is going to be a subgenre of gaming, which is totally fine, it needs to be well defined. And Patikin agrees. Yeah, I'm cool with that as well. The developer said the game is really difficult, but yet there's people complaining that it's too difficult. You know, it's hard mode before you even got the game. Oh no, you know it's hard mode. It's hard before you even got the game unless you just don't read. And if you really want to play Cuphead, even if you suck, just ask a friend since it's co-op now. No. Patikin says, just because it's not for me doesn't mean it shouldn't be a subgenre. Everyone should game the way they want. If people want that high level of difficulty, have at it, and more power to you. And then Feecrest says, devs just need to be clear about the intent, and people need to read what they're buying. Yeah, I can agree with all of that. Like, I like... Oh, this is not a power cube, it's a chest. Power cubes are yellow. I don't know why I thought otherwise. Evade, ammo refunded. Wait, I really like that one. So let's do this. And is the one that we picked up better than this? Plus 10%? Oh, it's the same as what we've got. I've got the inventory space. I'm going to hold on for that for now. Just in case I ever want to double it up. Okay, so here's our elevator. Is this floor 5 then? Where are we? No, this is... Wait, how is this tunnel quick access? This is not where I was before. Is that floor 3 then? On the, okay, so this is floor 4. Complete the ritual. I would love a little bit more guidance on what the ritual is or where to go to complete it. Okay, so let me check all of the floors. I want to see if floor 3 is where we just were. Tunnel access. On the opposite end of the spectrum, no. So this is clearly not where we were a moment ago. Let's take a look around to see if there's anything that I missed in here. Because I've got a power cube to plug into something. We do have this gate here that I don't have a way into. It doesn't look like an accessible area. It looks like it's just sort of set dressing. I should just see if I can bash it open somehow. I played... this is an example that I've used before. I played BioShock Infinite, and I really, really liked BioShock Infinite. I felt like the combat was extremely well put together. I felt like I had a high incentive to use all of my abilities all of the time, and I needed to... Oh, wait, we definitely haven't been in there. Also, I didn't go up high enough. Hold on. Then I saw reviews from other people who had played the game, and they were complaining that the game was too easy. And here's the thing about BioShock Infinite. I played it on hard. It was the third BioShock game that I'd played, fourth if you want to count Minerva's Den as being its own sort of like subcategory. And I felt well positioned to play BioShock Infinite on hard, and I felt like it was very, very well tuned. For the people that felt like it was too easy and that their powers didn't matter and that there was no sense of progression to it, there's an argument to be made there because they were playing on the default difficulty level. But at the same time, there do exist higher difficulty levels if you don't feel like the one that you're playing on is challenging enough. And by the time it reaches the point that you are not having a good time, it feels reasonable to say, you know, hey, you've got an option to address that. I guess I felt bad that people didn't wind up enjoying it because I thought it was so well done, and the people that didn't enjoy it as much, maybe I feel bad that they missed out. So here's some eyes. They're not as horrible as the ones that we've heard about. I don't know where to go, guys. We've got a fairly three-dimensional map, and my concern is that although I've been powering things up with power cubes, I don't feel like I've done anything approaching completion of a ritual. Between thinks that I should play Valhalla on the hardest difficulty level. Unlikely. I think I'm more likely to play it on hard, which is where I played Odyssey. I had a really good time at that. Okay, I don't know that we've been up there. I certainly... Oops. Haven't pulled this stuff up. Okay. Okay, this appears to be a new area, and we do have that. Just take care of that. So let's also bear in mind there is another place to go. Do you want to go there first? Let me see if I can get there first. Okay, I do feel like it's high enough. Let me just land here. Get all our juice back. Yeah, okay. Well, we found something. Sorry, I'm just holding out for a second. Oh, that hurt very much. Oh, cool. I wasn't sure where to go. There seemed to be both a lot of gunfire and a lot of incoming shrapnel. Hello to Hami. I hope that you're having a great Thursday so far and a very good New Year's Eve. Okay, so... how do I get back to where I just was? I'm pretty sure we came up through here. I guess now what I'm picking up is that our goal is to reach the top of this spire-like chamber, whether or not it's taking the elevator or, yep, going up from here. Alright, so let's do this. Alright, let me explore down here, and we will also remember that that other chamber with all the guys exists. Good, okay. Glad I came down here. Now we've got a little save point. And this might be the ritual, by the way, just activating all of these control points. Oh, that door is closed. All right. There's a lot of incoming gunfire and just rocks, chunks of material coming in. Particularly saying that in Valhalla you can also change the difficulty mid-game. Yeah, and that's another thing that I think is a very important aspect of difficulty tuning. Allowing the player to correct if, whoops, this seems a bit harder than I was anticipating. Okay, I was hoping to make friends with this guy, but it doesn't seem to be available. Come on. Being able to reload by dodging, I'm liking that a lot. All right. Explosive ammo refund. Well, I have guesses on what that is. Personal mods full. Elemental source gain. Well, we're not going to use that, but I do want to pick it up so that we can recycle it. Okay, let me see what we can do. Shield strength plus 42%. Let's get rid of the 53% one. Evade energy cost. We got 2 identical ones. I do want to keep 1 because we had at least 1 boss fight where that was very valuable. Health recovery and energy recovery on melee kills. What are the odds I'm ever going to use those? Relatively low. My melee just isn't... like, if you really max out on melee, that'd be great, but otherwise that feels... Of the 2... Oh, God. I don't want to get rid of either of those, honestly. Ammo recovery on evade use. We do want to hold on to that. Evade cost an elemental pickup. No. Evade cost... No. No, I'm never going to make use of that one. Might dump this one. Yeah, we're doing okay there. Yeah, no, elemental source gain, I feel like, is another one that's like... Source gained per element pickup plus 3. If I needed to save up a lot of source, then maybe. Let me hold on to that one for right now. But like element pickup is all of these things, so we can basically turn it into that currency. But at this stage, I've got enough for the upgrades. Like I'm missing the crafting materials that I would need to do additional upgrades, and I'm not looking to respec. That's the only circumstance in which I think that I might really need that. Alright, so we've done this room. We're full on health. Go through here. And now we can get back into the spire over there. And it looks like there's going to be some hiss nodes to take care of. Now, what is... Okay. I guess I'll just ignore that for now. Yeah, Patikin saying no friends for Angel. I wanted to, like, have that guy on my side, but he wouldn't come over. Foundation etchings. My explorations of the Foundation have resulted in yet another mystery, a fascinating series of etchings on large stone tablets. The tablets themselves are likely not native to the Foundation, seeing as they're slabs of sedimentary stone, quite different from the cave's categorization-defying rock. Their placement and form are also too intentional to be naturally occurring. But who braved this place to carry them in, and for what purpose? I discovered a 5-point macro entanglement between the tablets with the pillars at its center. These links seem to extend beyond our level of consciousness to some astral realm I can't detect. Is Northmore's board somehow tied to all this? The etchings in the tablets are similarly curious. They differ from the cave paintings in style and technique, so are clearly not of the same origin. Are they the visual narration of some event? Or do they indicate some intent, a wish, a plan? They only seem to consist of a tree and the pillar, but the sizes of either are inconsistent. What does that signify? I'm missing key pieces of this puzzle, and it's unlikely I'll ever find them. Alright, we'll listen for a second, see if it comes up. Here it comes. Yeah, I don't know what to make of this. I don't think it's a graphical bug. I think that there's some sort of, like, wickedness hiding in the wall. Yeah, like, here's a good example, and again, one that I've used in the past. I adored The Longest Journey, which was a point-and-click adventure puzzle-solving game by Ragnar. But this is just down. It cannot be where I'm supposed to go. Okay, don't fall. Just down. Okay. So... Okay, let me go back in there. Is there something else I should be doing in here? Or was the whole point... Wait, what's this? That's just something to pick up. Yeah, it doesn't help me at all. Maybe the point was to come up and activate that circle. And then this is sort of like a fast way back? Or... Wait, what's up here? I didn't go up here. This area marked here, see all the way up at the top where it says warehouse? This is a huge vertical area, and the map is doing an inadequate job of sharing where I am in relation to where I want to be. So, yeah, that's the one that seems to be in the wall, and that's just sand, right? Yeah. Alright, so, new area. Well, hopefully this is good enough. There were points in The Longest Journey that I got really stuck. Like, really stuck. Like, I've been here for hours, and I do not know how to proceed. And at those times, I was faced with a decision. I can stop playing the game altogether, because I've given it my all, and I'm completely stumped. And I don't know how to... Is this a monster? Nope, that's just a door. Okay, some of the monsters look like that. So, I need to get in here. So I looked it up, is the point. So, I played The Longest Journey. I played 98% of that game. Maybe 85% of that game. And at 2 or 3 very specific points, I was sufficiently stuck that I said, the only way for me to be able to progress this at all... Can I shoot through this grating? No. Darn you... slight barrier. So, the only thing that makes sense is I gotta go get the power cube, and the power cube is not in the elevator where I last left it. So let's go see if we can find it. I don't know if I'm ever gonna be allowed to come back up here again. Oh, wait, there's a power cube right there. Wait, the power cube was behind the thing. Behind the door that I can't open. Okay, that's irritating. So I cannot go back up, is that correct? Yup, this is the top floor that the elevator will take me to, at least right now. So I gotta get back up there again. And or find the other hiss nodes that I failed to destroy. So let's just take a quick look around, because some of them were outside the structure. I don't see them here. Now, some people might say, okay, well, you had to cheat in order to progress in the game, and therefore you didn't finish it. Okay, you know, if somebody wanted to come with that and make that case, they are correct. I had to look at external information because I wasn't smart enough to decode some of the puzzles that were in the game. Nonetheless, I really enjoyed it, and the fact that I chose to do that in no way diminished my appreciation for all of the writing in the game and the large majority of puzzles that I was able to solve without any difficulty. Well, without any difficulty is not correct, because some of the puzzles in there were very challenging, but I was eventually able to work through it. What is behind this wall? Now I'm slightly concerned that this is some sort of a bug, because what am I supposed to do about something that's lurking in the wall there? Wait. No, it's inside the elevator shaft, I think. Oh, I can't quite see it. Yeah, that's not gonna be helpful. All right. Well, we'll continue on. Now, in that case, that's not something that the game has a lot of built-in things to assist with, except some adventure games like, oh gosh, what was it called? Tex Murphy. The Tex Murphy game that J.V. Gwaltney super replayed a few years ago, which I really enjoyed that super replay, had a built-in hint system where as you progressed in the game, as you progressed through challenges in the game, you could then spend the points that you got on unlocking hints. And to an extent, they were a lot like the yes-no answers that we'll use with Mia, where you didn't necessarily need to have every last aspect of it explained. You just needed a little bit of a nudge in the right direction. And the more points that you would spend, eventually it would become more and more explicit. And I thought that system was really smartly well done, so that you could solve the things that you could, and then get in-game assistance using in-game currency for the things that you couldn't. I don't know how to progress this. Monkey Island games are also known to have places you can get stuck on. Petite Things remasters of Monkey Island games have a hint options, though we never used it. Hami is saying, for me, checking things from the internet during gameplay doesn't matter. In most cases, they're in for the story more than the puzzle solving. Yeah, and that was sort of my feeling on the destroying all hiss notes will lower the hiss barrier. That's cool. Yeah, that's not very helpful. Just shoot it from the back end, maybe? Oh, that worked. Oh, okay. And that's how I was overthinking it. All right, let's call this up. Petite saying that he liked the hint option in point-and-click adventures, but he plays the games for both story and the puzzles. The puzzle is the biggest part of those games, and it makes it fun when you figure it out for yourself. Yeah, I mean, that's why I always worked on figuring it out first. Like, when I say that I got stuck in The Longest Journey, I mean, I've played this over the course of 3 separate days, and I'm still, like, I have no idea how to even start progressing. The Longest Journey is also the game that I talked about. All right, sometimes you can blow through walls, not in this case. Oh, yes, in this case. Okay. The Longest Journey is also a game that I've talked about where there's one puzzle in that game where even after looking at the solution, I had no idea how you were ever supposed to arrive at it. Okay, now we've done this. Can I go up from here? Yes. Okay, so now we are in elevator machine room, and I have to assume this is upper warehouse. Like, I mean, this game right here, the one that we're playing right now, is a good example where wait, should I have shot that on the way past? Or that? I don't think I can shoot it on the way past. I felt at least slightly stuck on a couple of occasions as we've ascended this location, and you know, we stuck with it, and I kept looking and like, okay, so what am I missing? Let's revisit some of these areas and try to figure it out. Oh, I bet we can smash through this. Boom. That was a good trick game. Oh, it really nailed me. Now that's a pillar. Sorry, that was a nice voice crack as well. That is what I would call a pillar. All right. I want to go in here. Yes. Hidden location discovered. And we got an ability point. I am personally a big fan of trying. You know, if there's a boss I can't beat, I want to continue beating the boss. If there's a puzzle that I'm having trouble solving, I don't want to press the button in Uncharted where it will tell you the answer. And indeed, I've played every Uncharted game without pushing the please give me the answer button. But that's not so much a like point of braggartry. I wanted to have more time to solve it on my own. However, I'm very glad that the option exists in Uncharted to just push the button to say, just tell me the answer, because it's entirely plausible.
Like the one I used to get in here.
Yeah, we're gonna go check the door etching in just a second. I can completely foresee somebody playing Uncharted and just wanting to enjoy the combat and the story, or for that matter, just the story, and they don't want to get stuck on this puzzle for 35 minutes. So I like the fact that there exists a just solve it for me button, just tell me what to do, as long as you have the option to not press it. Nope. That's too close. Oh, that one hurt a lot. Okay, let's just try to... All right. Now, the rocket launcher is not going to help very much against the enemy that very much wants to come up and scream in your face and then blast a bunch of rocks. So we're going to go like that, and then a little bit of that. So what you'll see here is me throwing up a shield, letting the shield take all the brunt. And then unloading what I can. Go. Come on, buddy. We both know you're right there. Okay. Hey, Ball, why don't you hang out on some of those crystal spikes for me for just a second? Yep. Thank you. Whatever, just yes. Either option is good. Okay, back to what we were doing.
this the lock/key the board told me about?
Is that good? Okay. Oh.
Just doing my job.
I don't... Oh, boy. I have real questions about why we are helping these...
First one down. Director Faden's got this covered.
entities. All right, quick pause here to catch up on chat. Obsidian loved The Longest Journey. Reminds him of the Runaway trilogy. Some puzzles he was stuck on when he replayed them on stream and was like, how did I solve this when I was younger? Same with the other classics, really. Hami said, got him. Was that in relation to the ball? Because, yeah, that one felt good. Then when I found it, I was like, how is this even a thing to solve this puzzle? Cara Luna says, the seventh guest and 11th hour taught him that puzzle-solving games were not for him. Patikin says Uncharted 4 also has an auto-aim option for people that suck at aiming, or, you know, again, have any sort of, like, mobility or perceptual challenge. Like, it's not necessarily just being bad, though. It can just be, you know, there's other causes at issue. Carolina says yes, and for the time they were incredible, but not for him. I've seen saying the Broken Sword games are those I've not even heard of. Yeah, I'm with Carolina. I've not heard of those. Still haven't done the last one, though. The one where they went back to the old style of point and clicks instead of that 3D crap. 3 and 4 were 3D. Broken Sword. I don't think I've ever heard of those. All right, so we finished the ritual, and now we know what the ritual even is, because that was unexplained earlier. The ritual is find the stone slab and reassemble the part of the material that is damaged. And we found that... Was there anything else in the hidden area also? Nope. But we can quickly return to some other place. Oh god, we got so many ability points. So... I use launch all the time. Launch large objects sounds like exactly what I want to do with my life. The amount that I seize, you'd think that I'd use it all the time, and I just don't. Wow, 7 points. This is a wealth of options. So, I want to improve my melee damage, because that is fun. Yeah, if I had 8 points, I'd do health and melee, but we're going to do melee, and then weigh if we want to... I do launch. I use launch all the time. I'm going to take launch. I love launch. And I cannot do this. I don't want any mods. And I'm not going to do this. No. Okay. So, let's fast travel back to... probably Crossroads, right? Like, we can go all the way back to Crossroads and then take another path. But saying totally play them. There's 5, and the last one is pretty recent, of the Broken Sword games. I'll have to look those up. That's a little bit like, what were those games that Tashir was playing? I think they were called, Friend or Foe? Friend, okay. Can I recruit this person to come with me? Because sometimes you can, like, call up associates. No. Alright. Patikin, it was called, like... Shadow Warrior? Was that it? Didn't he play Shadow Warrior 1 and 2 semi back-to-back? Okay, this is the ability I did not take, so I can't go this way. It looks like there might be another path up over here. I had never, or like, either I had never heard of those... Hold on, I almost ran right off the edge. either I'd never heard of those games or had very drastically misunderstood what they were. Their combination of first-person shooting and then also the emphasis on melee combat was just like, wow, there's a lot more to this game than I had thought. I really enjoyed watching him play those games. And there's, I think, another one coming up soon, too. Semi-soon. Slightly, and I do stress slightly, disappointed that there haven't been any opportunities to grab one of these stalactites and just ram it through. Yeah, here we go. Oh boy, somebody had a better idea than I did. Well, here, you can have this guy then. Sorry. 2 for 1. That was very fun. Energy recovery speed plus 39%. I think that's actually better than the 37% we have. Never has anyone been more excited about a 2% gain. Just can't imagine using that. Rarity? Didn't we... Energy recovery. Did I dream that? Hold on a second. Energy recovery on melee kills. Did I... What? Did I dream this? Seize speed. Incoming damage after seizing, shield energy, launch energy, health, evade energy, seize, source gained per element. I really kind of want to get rid of that one. No. Am I high? Oh, it's on the floor. That's why I didn't pick it up yet. Okay. Boy, that was a weird thing. Yes, let's get rid of something. Energy recovery and melee kills. It's just not going to be a big fashion. And then source gain from melee hits. Let's just dump it. Yeah. Pick this up. Now we can actually equip it. We're going to put it under energy recovery speed to get that extra 2%. Boom. Gently nailed it. And am I ever going to want to double up on these? It's hard to imagine. I'm going to say that launch speed on launch kills probably... Does that affect damage in any way? It's just how long it takes to hit? Also, weapon reload on shield ability, because I never kill anybody with a shield. Never, ever, ever. Yeah, that's not one that I've invested very heavily in. Broken Sword... sorry, Patikin saying the Broken Sword came out in 96. Yeah, that's... Okay, Battle Dancer, just get out of here. Okay, base camp is... No, I've not been to base camp yet. Alright, let me look around in this room first. Is evade ammo refund better than the one that I currently have? So this one is ammo recovery on evade use. And this one is plus 8%, so it's not as good. We're going to dump that. And this one's back to Crossroads. Okay. I'm feeling pretty good. Wait, there's another pathway here. I'm glad that I took build crystals instead of smash rocks. Because we get to come do stuff like this, and I find it more interesting than just shooting up the rocks. Alright, and this is untouchable. Particularly saying, do I know Beneath a Steel Sky? Now that... Gosh, I've heard the name of it. Is that another point-and-click adventure? I want to say that I saw something on Pushing Up Roses about that. Was that in her channel? Or was that something else? Yeah, I think it was. Particularly, I'm not sure. I've not played it, that's for sure. Yeah, for a very long time, point-and-click adventure games, for me, had a very negative association because... Oh, that's cool. Build ourselves, like, a shield to hide behind. Oh, for a second I thought we had him. Oh, buddy. We were of a mind, man. We were both fighting that guy. If you're wondering what happened there, I held down right bumper because I wanted to raise the shield. Okay, well, he's not going to allow me to complete my explanation as to why that guy just popped. Kierland has heard the name Beneath a Steel Sky, but that's about it. I think in my head, I get Beneath a Steel Sky. Yeah, Pushing Up Roses, we just, look, definitely did a video about that at one point. I just don't remember what, if anything, I pulled from it. Oh, I can squeeze through here. Hold on a second, let me see what's over here. Point-and-click adventure games had a bad reputation for me for a while because I did not feel like the Sierra games were very well designed. I dislike games that allow you to make a mistake in hour one and then you play for another 7 or 8 hours before realizing it is impossible for me to progress. I cannot beat the game because of that decision, and now I get to replay the entire thing again. That seems like intentionally malevolent game design. And for a long time, I sort of like, they were the big guys, like Sierra Online. They had a lot in that space, if not, you can't say that they cornered it, but they were certainly like cock of the walk on that stuff for a long time, and when it was so closely associated with them, I didn't care much for point-and-click adventure games. And it was only years later that I started realizing, oh wait, games like Full Throttle, for example, were not designed like that, and were very, very good games that if you paid attention and...
This area looks newer. Is it from the upper floors?
Thought about it, then you'd be able to progress. They weren't based on this, or at least primarily were not based on this obtuse moon logic that just didn't make any sense at all. So as a result, some games like Broken Sword, for example, I may not have known about because it was just like at the time, oh, adventure game, I don't like those. Complete the ritual in the collapsed apartment. All right. Well, at least this time we know what we're trying to do. Patina's saying that he never had issues with Sierra games and finishing them. Yeah, as long as we're sort of like on the topic. Pushing Up Roses has a whole series of videos where she talks about the old Sierra games and talks about some of them. Like, I'd hesitate to say which King's Quest game it was, but there was one where it was like, if you don't like have a pie at this specific point, like there was a way to progress in the game where you like gave a pie to somebody or something, but if you did that,
something behind that hiss barrier.
Behind the hiss barrier, she says, and I don't know what she's referencing. So if I was to guess, we go there, then we build a crystal thing, and then we get up there. That's my guess. We might also be able to go over there, and I do see something there. Oh, really don't want to die, because I don't know how far back the... Yeah, I'm not sure I'm feeling adventurous enough to try to get over there. We have upgraded... You know something? Fuck it. Let's see if there's anything over here. Alright, nothing here. And then there is... Is this like a kitty? Yeah, it's one of those waving cats that we saw earlier. Okay, and... That's that. Nope. Alright, just... Not creepy at all. Sorry, if you don't have the pie on you, then there's like a Yeti that you can't defeat, and you cannot progress further in the game. And that's one example of several that used to be in those games. Zork, actually, so this is not a Sierra Online thing, but here's another thing, where it's like, at the beginning of Zork, there was one item, like a lantern or something, that if you do not pick up with you... I don't think it was a lantern now that I think about it. But if you don't pick up this object and carry it with you through the entire game, then you cannot complete the game. Do we think... Can I get there? No, I don't think I can get high enough. Yeah, also, it looks like I'm going to loop around and get up there. Between saying that LucasArts games, Sierra games are great, same with LucasArts games. King's Quest is known to be difficult and you could die, but that's one of the rare ones. Most Sierra games aren't designed like that at all. So my thing was Space Quest. I really liked the Space Quest games. I thought they were funny. I thought that they were... I like the theming of them more than King's Quest. Hold on one second. Shift account part 1. To whoever finds this, I'm Containment Processes designer Gene Gibbs, and I'm writing this to document the largest building shift ever to occur. Here are the facts. A considerably large section of the containment sector, including the processes and protocols offices, our research facilities, and a fair chunk of the fire break, has been yanked down to a chasm that reaches far below lobby level, I think. It was a violent shift, and I regret to report several casualties. Injuries were sustained by all, but many of us, myself included, are still mobile. We've set up a base camp and started triaging. There are little supplies. Felt like there are few supplies. We explored our surroundings and found caverns of all things. Maybe we're in some kind of cave threshold like the quarry. Wherever we are, we're not the first. There were some rusty power cores, old lights, signs, infrastructure. What was this area used for? Why did they seal it off? Why have we never heard of it? More importantly, how are we going to get out? So a whole bunch of people got sucked down here. All right, let me go back. Yes, because we wanted this. Kiev? Event summary. A series of reverberating sounds observed within downtown Kiev with no clear point of origin. The event was witnessed by the city's general public. Mental and physical symptoms were reported, including aphasia, sleep paralysis, and excess redaction in the reported individuals. Due to The brief nature of the event, Overseas Bureau agents were not able to respond while it was active. Immediately upon arrival, agents collected audio recordings taken by local witnesses. All Bureau monitoring stations located at global junctions of acoustic amplification were directed to monitor any auditory events of similar pitch, wavelength, and duration in an effort to trace echoes or epicenters. In the following week, similar cases were reported from both various amateur sources and Bureau stations in major cities across the globe. The subsequent events diminished in volume and frequency per each occurrence. Event is believed to have been generated by planar friction, though this is not confirmed. Planar friction. It's basically plate tectonics on an astral frame. Okay, and here we have a nice fast travel point. I'm just going to touch this. Day of the Tentacle, I have also never played. Caroluna is bringing that up. So, the one Sierra game that I ever played and finished, and again, I may have mentioned this earlier, in fact, I definitely did, was Space Quest 4. I played and completed that entire game front to back with no guides, no internet, no asking friends. It was all sort of hard work and experimentation and deduction, and I felt really awesome about it, and then immediately went out and bought another Sierra game and disliked it very much.
I need a ranger sent to this location stat.
Reinforcements are here!
Alright, hello Ranger. That means this is going to be a major fight, so I'm not sure that I want to have charge. We're going to switch back to Shatter, because Shatter has some cool stuff, including weapon damage after melee hits, and a whole bunch of projectiles fired all at once. Also, I need to get rid of something in here. Yeah, get rid of that one. Ground Slam after launch hits is highly situational, but also sounds like it'd be a lot of fun. Alright, we're gonna get rid of the lower grade health one. Alright, hopefully that's enough that we don't immediately get got. Okay, I can't quite get up there yet. That's fine. Okay, I'm a little bit pinned down up here and I don't have a bunch of health. I need to get out of here and maybe pick up some of that blue that's down there. Okay, better. And now for these guys, I need a little bit more range, so that's why we're switching back here. Yeah, I don't have a lot of cover. Here's a water jug. Don't feel like I've got great positioning on these guys. Oh, actually, in a perfect world, I'll make him my friend. There we go. Now we've got an extra target for them to focus on that isn't me. Ow! Hold on. Oh, did I get him? I think so. Oh, that sucks. Okay, let me recharge what health I can. Or not. Oh, they teleport. That explains why I didn't think I killed him and yet he wasn't there. Okay, I don't know what to do with that knowledge, though, because I don't know where he teleported to. I see his light. I'm stuck on this wall. Yep, more health. One of us has to move. All right. Oh, God. Okay, and now we've got lots and lots of stuff. I think I need to just clear out my inventory, because coming into this menu is balls. So energy gain from taking shield damage seems really good. All right, let's get rid of this. Energy plus 10% we're done with. Energy recovery on taking explosive damage. No, thank you. I'd prefer not to take the explosive damage. Ground slam after launch hits. I'm going to go on record that's too situational. I like using both of those abilities, but that's not going to be great. Energy recovery speed. We currently have a plus 39%, so let's just get rid of the plus 37%. Oh, God. But what if I want to double up? What are the other two things that we have in here? Because it'd be awesome to have both of those. I'm going to save that for now. I know I just said I was going to get rid of it. Evade energy cost, negative 17%. Health plus 34. Weapon reload after seizing enemy. I'm going to say that that's not as useful as our dodge one. So we're going to get rid of that. Launch speed on launch kills. Just get rid of that one. Melee damage after melee kills. That one sounds like a lot of fun. So I don't want to get rid of that one. Evade cost when at critical health. Again, that's too situational. We're going to get rid of that one. Source gain per element pickup. Screw it. Get rid of that one. All right. And now we immediately pick up two more to look through. Source gain from melee hits. Energy recovery. Boy, you can really go all melee here if you want to. Ammo recovery on evade use is 9%, and I currently have it at 10%, so we're going to dump that one. I'm very impressed that our ranger managed to get up here, given the fact that there's no stairs for him to navigate. Oh my gosh, hello to Ricard and Yo. Let me just catch up on chat real quick. Oh boy, Ricardio's been here for a while. Sorry, it was busy. Ricardio's got to head out to eat something. Rassietti with the family? Have a great rest of the stream. Ricardio, yeah, have a great New Year's. I'm not familiar with it. Rassietti. Rassiette? I've not heard of it before. That's interesting. There's a planned... download planned on Steam. It says today at 6:22. I think it's past that already. Patikin's saying that. Patikin's going to leave it there to see if it will download. You can queue it up to do it right now. Sorry, just taking a quick look. So Ricardo is from Germany. He's saying that they can send rockets to each other. Okay, but Batine's saying that he doesn't want to download it manually now. Yeah, that's one thing about, that was the wrong button. Steam, sometimes it will eat all of your available bandwidth if you allow it to start downloading something. You can manually select it, but that can be a separate conversation. Okay, so there were some doors that were sealing us in, but I don't happen to remember where they were, so we've got to figure out which of these offices is in fact an exit. This one might be it. Yes, okay. The shining shaft of light.
Someone call a plumber.
Is that guy dead? What I was about to say before we saw what the bathroom was like is I do like the fact that this game does have bathrooms in it. A lot of video games are like, you'll see a bathroom here and there, but this game has them all over the place. And even if there's some copy pasting being done, isn't that what a bathroom is? They just sort of like, you know, we sort of get how to do those. Dear House of Representatives, my husband Francis read an article before he died about how the universe was really just a computer program. He believed it. I thought it sounded silly, but now I think he was right. Francis was hit by a car a few months ago, a drunk driver. I don't think it was supposed to happen. My neighbor's son Jeremy broke one of our windows with a football a week before Francis died. Francis yelled at Jeremy for it. He was a bit harsh. This is important because I see Jeremy on his computer through their living room window. He's on it all the time. His mother says he is a computer whiz. I think Jeremy is operating the computer program and he changed the universe so that the driver would hit Francis. He did it to get back at Francis for yelling at him. Is there a way to change the computer and make Francis come back? I have some money if it's expensive. I don't know how these things work. I don't care if Jeremy gets in trouble or not. I just want Francis to come home. Francis and I were very happy together. I can feel him not being here, and I know it's not right. That is very sad. I've seen this idea sort of like kicked around here and there about like we're not in a prime reality and that this is all a simulation of somebody else's. And my response to that, this is awesome, by the way, because if we go around this corner, there is the rest of the world. If I am not real and I am a simulation created by some governing authority, be it a computer program or God, or I am a figment in the dream of another person, I can neither detect that nor do anything about it. So I feel like the best I can do is just sort of proceed as though I'm real, because I believe that I am. It's the old, I think, therefore I am. So to me, it does not matter if this is a computer program, like if my real world experience is a computer program or not, because it feels real to me and has all the consequences of being real. And unless somebody hands me the source code and then subsequently teaches me how to program it, knowing that I'm in a false reality will not be of assistance to me. Okay, we're gonna go everywhere except the brightly lit room. Okay, non-extraplanar bathroom. Got it. Super gross bathroom. So like this I can't get because I didn't get the shatter stalactites weapon, and that's fine. Because whatever that is like a mod or an upgrade or a crafting material that I can get in other ways. So I'm good with that. Patine is noting that there's 24 minutes left to get Torchlight 2 on Epic. Torchlight 2 is a substantially better game than the first one. I don't feel like it's aged super well relative to Diablo 3 after all of its various patches, but it was for a long time a much better game than Diablo 3 and is absolutely worth the cost of registering and picking it up on Epic. So if anybody has missed out on that, why do I feel like because I can't get in here. And I can't get in here because there's no way in from this door, so we have to come to it from the other side of that. Yeah, if you are you know, if you've done Diablo 3 and you've done Grim Dawn and you're looking for something else sort of in that genre and something that's fun to play with friends, yeah, Torchlight 2, all the way. All right, let me just take a quick look. Yes, so we are in the collapsed apartment. Caroluna says that he just got Torchlight 3 yesterday, that it's supposedly buggy. Oh, I don't think we can go in here. Okay, that's not what I meant. I wanted to see if I could duck underneath this. Duck. Nope. No, there's no way underneath that. It's just impossible. Okay, this goes back to data entry and filing, right? Yes, okay. And then this, we might be able to open. Yes. Nice shortcut.
You're listening to America Overnight, a beacon in the darkest recesses of possibility for more than 29 years. We have another letter from a listener. This one's unsigned, but postmarked from Toledo. It says, "Dear America Overnight, I have the most wonderful appliance for your listeners. It is a miracle of God. A fondue set. A fountain. A blessed gift. Blessed is spelled with a capital B. Go on, they write. Dive on in. It is molten hot. Perfect for meat." No signature. As far as I know, no fondue set was sent to us here at the studio. Just this letter. Wait, I think there's something else in the envelope. Some kind of black powder with white shards in it? Bone, maybe? Karen. What is this? Karen? We're on the air, Karen. Where are you? What? What's this powder in the booth? Is this ash? Oh God. Karen? How do I cut to commercial?
Kind of feels like the last episode of American whatever. VCrest is saying, I would love it if they did another Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance. Yeah, so the first Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance had, as I recall, a real issue with very irritating jumping puzzles. I don't know who thought that was going to be a good idea, but my memory of it is like, hey, I really like this combat. I really like sort of this very action-oriented chance to play some of these, like, Dungeons & Dragons characters. Now let's do this frustrating jumping puzzle for a while. However, the first game also had, as I recall, a very memorable bartender that you met at the very beginning that I would dearly have loved to watch Mia interact with. And if you don't know what I'm referencing, I'm sure that there exists video or YouTube videos of it. Okay. Gibbs reporting in. It's been 8 days since the collapse and still no sign of any rescue efforts. The Bureau is either completely unaware of our situation or incapable of helping us. Or maybe it's intentional. How many times have we seen the Bureau not give two shits about its own hard-working staff when they go missing in this place? How many times did we let it slide, thinking, oh, at least it wasn't me? Too many, I'm ashamed to admit. Anyway, there's been some developments. Strange crystals have begun growing through the walls. They seem to block some corridors, but not others. The path to the caves is always open, but we're not sure why. Luckily, the crystals keep out the astral spike. One's been hounding us for days. John, Nikolai, and Sarah went to try to find a radio, but never came back. We think the spike got them. I think it's hunting us. Doug says spikes only exist in the astral plane, so what the fuck is it doing here? If we get out of here, I'm hiring a lawyer. These are unsuitable working conditions. Also, we're just going to cross this off the list. This is the radio broadcast we just listened to. Bum, bum, bum. Okay. Oh, hello to He-Who. Who says, an angel in the morning. I'm not religious, but this has to be a good omen since 2020 is also ending. Yeah, this is the Foundations DLC, and it felt like a good opportunity to hopefully finish up our time with Control. If we don't, we don't. But it would be nice symmetry to have started the game with Jedi Fallen Order, and then to finish out with a game that is...
Altered item detected in transport bay. Access is prohibited per safety regulation 18.a.
Okay. Well, I guess we can't get in there yet. Let's go in here and take a look. Now, Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance 2 also... So, my memory is that they said, hey, jumping puzzles are stupid in your RPG action game, so we're not going to do that. But we never got a chance to play... So, I didn't get a chance to revisit that until many, many years later, because just, you know, money and everything else. But my producer, on advice of another friend, like an online friend, had gotten it for the original Xbox, like the original Xbox. Well, at the time, we didn't have an original Xbox. Sorry, it's very dark, but I thought I saw some green lights back there. So we tried to play it by way of the Xbox 360 backwards compatibility, and it had terrible slowdown problems. Like, it'd be running okay, and then you get into combat and basically just be running in slow motion like it was an old NES game.
Typical.
Looks like the altered item
That's
is...
the altered item. Looks pretty secure.
Well, how do you secure anything that can warp space and time? So, as a result, I've never really gotten to play Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance 2. Now, on that same note, Feecrest, I'm curious if you played X-Men or X-Men Legends 2, because I did get a chance to play those back in the day with HW, of all people, and those games were a lot of fun. Those games were a very...
I should hire someone who builds smaller machines.
good time. I will say I thought that X-Men Legends 2 was a lot more fun than the first one. The first one had a character voiced by Cree Summer, but I really disliked the character for reasons unrelated to Cree Summer. I just felt like it was... Okay, hold on. I'm trying to figure out the edges of this place. We've got sort of a ring that we can move around. Transit engine is over here. There's the altered item, I assume. But we've got unbreakable glass all the way around it. And this is not something that I can go down. We've got what appear to be 3-ish power cube nodes, but no power cubes in sight. Oh, well wait, here's a thing that says... Hold on, let me... This says power cores on it, so I'm... investigating. Nope. Hold on, I'm gonna back off because this is going to blow up. Hey, there we go! I can't believe that worked! Alright, power cores. Now, there's just one problem. These are actually sealed away, it looks like. Oh, wait, maybe we have to pull this off. Oh, we throw the cubes in there, and then they drop down and connect. I get it. Hold on, I'm grabbing everything except what I want. Okay, so let's get up here, and we'll just... Boom. Okay. Now we should be able to... There's one more power core left, but I'm going to bet that we can hit this button now. I will, let's also, talk about that moment there. I feel like I got extremely lucky about, what am I supposed to do here? Because I feel like that's another room that I could have gotten stuck in for a very long time if not for, almost accidentally coming up with the solution. VQuest did play X-Men Legends a little bit, but not as much as he would have liked. He did enjoy it. Hami is saying control it, making you feel smart when you solve something, no matter if it is necessarily terribly difficult to begin with. Yeah, a room like this is one that there's a slightly different version of this story where I got very stuck in here for a very long time just because I didn't recognize, oh wait, you're supposed to pull this stuff open. Or even just noticing that said power cores. It seems super obvious in retrospect, but at the moment it was like, oh, the giant sign right there is telling me what to do. Okay, wait, so now I've moved the altered item out of the bay, so we should be able to go back to the evaluation hall and get into it now. Man, there was one puzzle in Legend of Zelda Wind Waker on the GameCube that I got so stuck on that I... Oh no. A bureau full day. Oh, I'll make a friend, sure. There was one puzzle in Legend of Zelda Wind Waker that I got super stuck on. Again, one of those, okay, I've solved every puzzle in this game. I have no idea what it is asking me to do. I've been everywhere in the world and I can't figure it out, so I'm just gonna look it up. So I looked it up and it's like, oh, right, that game mechanic from, way earlier in the game. Now I remember what to do. Okay, and then I did it. And here's the thing. Years later, when I went to play Wind Waker HD on the Wii U, I got stuck at the exact same puzzle. A decade later, and somebody at me on how many years it was that the HD remake came out. That many years later, the exact same puzzle stumped in the exact same way, and I had to look it up again. And by the way, I had no memory of that's right, I had issues with this before until after I looked it up, and then it was like, oh my god, I got stuck on the same thing again, the same thing a second time. All right, am I supposed to nope. Okay, so now I bet I smashed through those windows, but let's take a look. Yep, looks good. Okay, let me look here. So evaluation hall's this way. Let me just go down here, but I feel like it's just going to take us back into the area that I just left. Or to unlock the door, so now it's easier to get into in the future. Yep, so that's the door that leads us back to the big machine. All right, I can't get that. Okay, so here's an elevator, which is going to take us somewhere. Let's take a look. Oh, yes. Restroom. Oh, we can't go into the restroom. I will say this. So on the topic of Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance and X-Men Legends, and yeah, it really did feel like action RPGs were a growth genre for a while. I have exactly the opposite opinion of the Ultimate Alliance games than everyone else that I've ever met. Hold on, here's some information about the Action Max camera that we just saw. The item first came to the Bureau's attention after a hospitalized mailman from Blank, Arkansas, claimed his injuries had been caused by a movie camera. Further investigation connected the scene to AI-80, which was being shipped in the mail truck at the time. The repackaged camera was later found in an empty warehouse. The return address led agents to a P.O. box located in the San Fernando Valley, belonging to a company called Blessed Pictures. So we've heard about Blessed before. We heard about them in the other DLC content. They appear to be some sort of organization that is dabbling in the creation of and usage of altered items towards an unknown end, possibly their own sort of power grab, or who knows. Whether Blessed Pictures is involved in the creation and dissemination of the items VHS films is unknown. The following is a list of all known films believed to have been shot by AI-80-UE, Shoot First, Die Last, Coffee Bullet, Billy's First Car, Bike Hard, Delivery Disaster. I want to see Coffee Bullet. Item was used in the filming of an unreleased Western in 1968 on the Italian island of Sardinia. A cast member was killed during an on-set accident, stopping production. It is believed that Blessed Pictures bought the camera when equipment from the shoot was sold at auction. Delivery Disaster sounds like it's we wanted to name our porn something that isn't inherently pornographic. But Coffee Bullet, that sounds like a great flick. It's clear no one is coming. We're running out of ideas and supplies. We tried going into the caves to find anything edible, but all we found were noxious gases and endless pits. The crystals only let us go one way, even though we could see the caves branched out. We did find some weird spiky pillar. I only got a glimpse of it before the astral spikes attacked. There were a few of them this time. We lost a lot of people. There's only 6 of us left. We didn't ask for this. We didn't want to come down here. I'm convinced something brought us here. The others say I'm going nuts, but it's clear that this is no house shift. Shifts slide a bathroom a sector over or rotate a hallway. They don't drop full divisions into some caves. We were brought here, I know it. But for what? Why tear us away from our lives just to torture us? If this is some kind of test or mission, then here's some advice for whoever's running it. Give out clearer instructions next time. I hope these notes are a good read for whatever ranger finds them. Fuck you, put that in your report. Signed, Gibbs. I know where he's coming from, man. My whole thing with the Federal Bureau of Control is, as I've put it in some of my earlier summations, they like poking at dangerous things with sticks, with very little regard for what kind of consequence it might have. All right, I feel like we can move forward. Also, so since the last episode, I did look up Matthew Peretta. I think I'm remembering correctly. He is the person who played Dr. Casper Darling. Yeah, he's like a professional actor.
Worst I've ever seen is take the nail. End of the world.
So I can't let the hiss take the nail. Not a problem. I know how to handle them.
All right, hold on. Let's watch this whole thing. Yeah, apparently he was in 90210, presumably one of the newer versions. I don't actually know because there's multiple products now called 90210, and is a very prolific voice actor. Well, maybe not very prolific, but has been in a lot of stuff is the point. So yeah, well done on whoever cast him to play Casper Darling. He was great.
I snuck into the Foundation through a back door I know. Had to get ahead of the hiss. Just a matter of bypassing the ritual protections. Luckily, the board's as distracted as the rest of the Bureau. I had to put on a brave face up there, but the situation is the worst I've ever seen. We're getting back on our feet, but we've already lost so much. Trench is dead. Darling is somewhere. I'm the only one left. But I still have a job to do. Keep the hiss back. There's not enough HRAs to spare, so I'll have to make do with what I've got. Frankly, I don't even know what will happen if the hiss take the nail. Trench made it sound like it'd be the end of the world. He was never one to exaggerate. Well, orders are orders, even if they come from a dead man.
Hami is saying the fondue set mailed to the radio station also used the word blessed. Yeah, I picked up on that as well. That is... What's interesting is that it feels like a plot element that was introduced here, but then more fully fleshed out in the second DLC pack that we've already done, because the second DLC pack is folded into the main game. So it's... I feel like we're sort of encountering some of these non-linearly, but that's also fine because there's no contradictions or anything. Like in the second DLC, in the AWE stuff, they started talking about like para-criminal organizations, which had never previously been introduced. It's like, wait, what? There's criminal joints? Yep. Yeah, I see it. I also want to look in here because last time we took a look around, we found a control point that we could fast travel to and from. Okay, I'm not going to go too far. I just want to make sure. If I turn around, there's a bunch of crystals blocking my way back. We're going to have a fight. Okay, and this is back to the crossroads. All right, so this is our exit. Wait, what? Wait, is that true? Hami is saying Peretta is also the voice of Alan Wake. Is that true? He doesn't sound anything like Alan Wake to me. And like that's not me disbelieving the fact. That's me saying like, holy shit. I never would have put that together. Is that really true? Wow. The thing, like, I have a complicated relationship with Alan Wake because I really liked Alan Wake the game. I thought it looked great. I liked the gameplay in it. I liked the themes in it. And I think that Alan Wake, the character, is kind of a noxious turd, and I think he's a terrible writer, but I think that those elements are intentional. I don't think that that's accidental. I think that you're supposed to pull that from him. Hold on. I don't want to overtalk this dialogue. And Hami's saying that's true. Wow, I had no idea. Yeah, Matthew Peretta is also not on Twitter, or else there would have been a tweet from us yesterday saying, you know, towards him, saying, hey, just wanted to let you know that you really did an awesome job in Control and brighten up the game. Like, it's a very, very good game, but I do feel like from a performance standpoint, he was a real standout.
Hello? Board, are you there? Okay, what the hell is going on? Wait, I'm back here? Wasn't my idea. Blame the eyeball. Former. Yeah, we've had our differences. But it is giving me something you won't.
Okay, I'm picking up that we're now going to get the other ability, which is cool. I really thought that was going to be a one and done. Like, once you made your decision, you were locked in, but... Yay! I destroyed that, everyone.
I don't like you deciding what I can/can't have.
Okay, hold on. Maybe I don't want to smash this one up. Or maybe I do. Hold on a second. One thing I like about the flying in this game is that there's not like a meter to it, and it recharges instantly upon touching the ground. So you're never waiting for it to recharge. You just need to... Oh, let me just shoot this world tree here. You just need to, like, touch the ground with the soles of your shoe for just a second, and you can just immediately take off and fly. So it makes it feel a lot more mobile than if you were watching an on-screen bar recharge all the time. Alright, here. I gotta say, I like the shooting the crystals more than I thought. Especially if it's used in this way as opposed to simply remove barricades. Alright. So we can smash these. Why would I want to? I can just fly over them. Nothing back there, that's fine. Alright, yeah, so I'm supposed to lure this person forward. Here he comes. Okay. Wait, where am I going? Over here?
I'm getting pretty tired of being jerked around the astral plane. If you're listening, I want some answers.
One thing that I'm enjoying about this segment is we haven't seen Jessie exhibit a broad range of emotion before, and I like her irritation. It was something that I thought that Courtney Hope did very, very well in Quantum Break.
Hi there. It was nice of you to give me something the board wouldn't. What are you getting out of it? So I'm just supposed to believe you're a particularly charitable, whatever you are? Hungry? I mean, yeah, actually, I'd love a sandwich or something. That's not what you meant, was it? Are you part of the board? Or used to be? Okay, so you split because the board blamed you for... Gotta be easier to play charades. Do I need to rescue someone? I don't know what I expected. Listen, this has been great, but I have to go. Thanks for your help, and, stay out of trouble.
What is Former trying to tell me about the board? Should I trust either of them?
No. No, it is unclear to me why the entities on the board or the Former would care about human well-being or sovereignty or right to exist at all. It seems very clear to me that this entire situation is being used as a proxy for whatever disagreement that they're having among each other. Okay, hold on. Reach the canyon rim, reach research site Gamma, and I feel like I'm going exactly the wrong way. So let me go back here. Yeah, in Control, like the main game, Jesse was extremely focused on a singular mission, and it felt like, you know, so I didn't have a problem with her lack of, like, emotional range or anything. It very much fit the situation that she was in. However, it's nice to have... I don't see what this is pointing me towards at all, unless it's higher or lower. Probably lower than where I am. Yeah, there's Jack All here. Alright, so... Well, there is another possibility. There's something to the south here. Let me go look over here, even though it's not marked. Now, Hami is saying that they think Alan Wake is supposed to come off as an obnoxious character, which makes it hilarious when he gets his ass handed to him. And so, I think that that is absolutely true. I think that that's intentional by the writers. And what's of interest to me is that I can think of another game that tried that, having a, let's say, deeply flawed protagonist that I feel like people just didn't get at all. And it's been a point of curiosity to me about how misunderstood I feel like that section was. So we do have this elevator. Let's take this elevator and see what the triple... Whoa! Okay, you got me. Wait, I don't want him in there. I gotta ride in that elevator. You get out. Oh, hold on. It's a Pierce zoom boost, which I'm not going to use, but I do want to deconstruct. So we'll come in here and sort by rarity, which we already are. And let's take a look at the worst ones. Ammo cost per shot. Get rid of it. Rate of fire. We have better ones. Blast radius. We have better ones. Ammo recovery on taking explosive damage. No thanks. Ammo recovery on taking hiss charge damage. No. Ammo gain from taking melee damage. No. Ammo cost while levitating. Now that's where we get into, but I'm pretty sure that we've got better ones, so we're just going to get rid of those. Headshot damage, damage while low on health. I do kind of like that one, but you know what? Let's just get rid of all the third tier ones at this point. And then Pierce Zoom Boost gets an immediate deconstruct, because we're not going to use that. Zoom plus 18%. Yep, no thanks. Wait, what is this? Ooh. I learned a brand new language. The fish taught me. You probably don't believe me, so I'll prove it. And then there's a bunch of nonsense. See, please publish this letter, and maybe other fish speakers will get in touch. They'll be able to read my address even if you can't. Jabini Rog, Larry Humbert. Okay. So, I am about to spoil... I want to talk for a moment about the original Watch Dogs. Carolyn is asking if it's the Babelfish, which was also my first thought. That's from Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Wait, there's still a triple question mark down here. Oh, I can smash these, right. Now, what I'm about to say, it's not a specific... Wait, what's this?
Brian's movie den. Brian. Welcome to another episode of Brian's Movie Den with me, the ever-lovable Brian Hinnerman. Today I want to talk about a new film I found at Movie Night. That's night with a K, the mecca for VHS aficionados in the greater Dallas area. Yeehaw! The movie is called Delivery Disaster. We open in media res. A mailman drives a truck full of packages down in an endless American neighborhood as a pack of rabid dogs chase behind. Now, these dogs are nothing like my stepmom's corgi Chuck. These were some real nightmare hellhounds. The dogs keep pace with the mail truck, tearing chunks out of the driver's legs and arms. Each package he throws out the door is marked by his bloody handprint. He screams in pain and confusion, and this goes on until the movie just abruptly ends. There aren't even any credits, which is a pretty bold choice. Is this film a commentary on how our 9-to-5 jobs are killing us, or how hostile the modern world is to outdated concepts like mailmen? Perhaps it's merely a statement about the futility of purpose and how no task can ever be really done. There are lots of ways to interpret it, but for now, let's get to the part you're all waiting for. It's score time. I give this film a 4 out of 5, only because the actor frequently broke the fourth wall by looking into the camera and shouting at it, like he was shouting at the audience. A little too on the nose for me, but I did enjoy it, and I recommend you check out other films produced by Blessed Pictures. Bike Hard and Coffee Bullet are the only others I found, but this little art house studio certainly knows how to push the boundaries of Western cinema. And a friendly reminder that there will be no new episode next week, as I will be visiting my aunt in Delaware for Thanksgiving. Thanks for listening, all you Brian fans, and remember, we all love movie magic, but don't forget about the you magic. Until next time, Movie Den. Brian's Movie Den.
Movie Den.
Brian.
Okay, so that was a callback to, or a call forward, I don't know, to another thing that we heard where that guy was getting interviewed by the Bureau and being asked, like, where did you find this movie? What made you review it? You know, what's your deal? Also, that was one of the movies that was on the list from Blessed Entertainment, so now we have a little bit more sort of clarity on that. And thirdly, I just really enjoyed that guy watched a movie that was nothing but a mailman getting torn apart by dogs, and he gave it a 4 out of 5. This is the best movie I've ever seen. I'm gonna go visit my aunt. So it's very funny. How long was the movie? How long did it go? Was it a full, like, was it a 90-minute feature film of just watching this guy get ripped apart by dogs? And he kept delivering the packages because they all had his bloody handprint on them. That's great. Oh, I like that very much. Okay. And we still have the triple question mark, so I don't know what, if anything, we're supposed to find down there. Let's work our way back to this fast travel point. Oh. I hope we find some more movie reviews by that guy. I don't think we will, because the one movie that he reviewed was, like, got him an interview, but with the Bureau. But oh, I really like that. What is this? Oh, we can go in here now too. Yeah, this is all covered with crystals. I'm not going to hope to revisit all the areas that we couldn't get to before, but anytime that it's, like, shoved in our face, we might as well... Nope! I don't want to get crushed. Okay. Okay, we have some abilities. We have 5 ability points. Now, this one... Yeah, so we're a ways away from this one, but look at the description. Hold and launch up to 3 objects. Energy now recovers while holding launch objects, which seems really good. Also, we can increase our shield strength, which I'm kind of inclined to do. Yeah, if we do this one, then we can get while holding shield, use evade to rush at enemies and knock them back. That seems good for staggering them. The other option is more health, which is less interesting, but very appealing. No, I want this one. Oh, but I can't get both. I take this one and then have that unlocked. Yeah, we'll probably do that. Okay, so now I'm just going to hold off until we can get one more ability point. Because I do want that one, and then possibly the one after it. So we're going to bank those points for now. Nothing here, and then board countermeasures, disinterested in. So, since we can't find where to go from that area of Crossroads, let's go back to Crossroads, and we'll see if we can get in this way. Yep, so this would be the next place to go. And yeah, okay, so all of the things being equal, we've gone for about 3 hours now, and it feels like we are pretty much at the halfway point. A quick question for Hami, who seems fairly well in tune with this. Is this, am I correct, like we've done 2 out of the 4 things, that feels like the halfway point? If you say, nah, you're actually, you know, the next part is shorter, so it's within about an hour, then we'd probably just be able to continue. But if you feel like this is the halfway point, then what we'll probably do is call it here, and then come back as early as a little bit later this afternoon for a second episode. What's your estimation on the length of time left? This is me actively soliciting for, I guess you'd call it a spoiler. Oh, and while we wait, so I'm going to say something about the original Watch Dogs, Watch Dogs 1, that I think is... I don't know if it's important. It doesn't feel like very much of a spoiler, but I do feel like... So if you, for some reason, are going to play Watch Dogs 1 and haven't, I would, recommend using the worst mod, which makes the game look way, way better. I do generally think that it's worth a visit. I don't know that the main story is going to be the draw. I think it's all of the game mechanics that they wove into it. So this next thing is more of a general statement about the main character rather than any specific plot development, which is the main character in Watch Dogs. That's my spoiler warning for everybody. So, you know, file out or mute if you're concerned about spoilers for the first and only the first Watch Dogs. The main character in Watch Dogs is named Aiden Pierce, and I feel like from start to finish, that guy is designed for you as the player to not necessarily sympathize with, really at all. Aiden Pierce is the cause of all of his own problems. He thought he was smarter than everybody else. He tried to get away with it. He wasn't, and other people paid the cost of his, paid the price for his own decisions. And what he chooses to do from there is go out and basically exact vengeance on people. even as the others in his life are pleading with him not to do so, and do it multiple times. Here's the thing about Eden Pierce. He's not poorly written. He's a very deeply flawed person who is incapable of taking responsibility for his own behavior, or framed a little bit differently, feels like he's taking responsibility while simultaneously making all of his past mistakes much worse in ways that then continue to impact the people around him. And the thing about Watch Dogs is the game is aware of it because it has multiple characters in the story that repeatedly tell him this. And I keep seeing like, oh, Aiden Pierce sucks. Aiden Pierce is so dislikable. Like, what was Ubisoft thinking? And it's like, no, that's exactly what they were thinking. They were thinking, we want to tell a story about, I don't know if anti-hero is quite the way to do it, but they were, the people that wrote Watch Dogs, I'm just telling you, I feel very strongly, were acutely aware that they were telling a story about a guy who was the cause of all of his own problems, that his decisions had wreaked terrible consequences on the people that he cared about, both past and present, but he can't perceive that, and he still thinks he can make it better, even as he proceeds to make things worse. And I think that's a really interesting story, that by the end of the tale, there is no way to read those events except that Aiden Pierce sucks, and that is intended by the writers, and that you as the player are directly involved in those decision making. So I think that Watch Dogs, the first Watch Dogs, is way smarter and more subversive than it at first presents, and I feel like a lot of people didn't get it. If they did get it and they just didn't like it, that's fine, but that's my thoughts. So, Hami's saying the next part might be longer. To be honest, there's at least 2 side quests on top of the DLC. In terms of the main story of the DLC, you're about halfway now in terms. Okay, that is very helpful. So I'm just going to touch this to make sure that it gets saved. And I sort of thought that this might be the way that it went, that this DLC wasn't going to be comfortably completable in a single session. So what we're going to do now is we're going to find somebody fun to raid. Without having looked, I think we're going to raid over to the Real Cutie Pie. She is a great streamer. I don't think she's part of Panda's Beach Babes, although if Sunny Panda's on, we might raid to him instead. But the Real Cutie Pie had a big move earlier. She has been working her way up in the world of, is it Dota Auto Chess? I think it is. But getting, climbing the ranks there and doing wonderfully, and has really had a great year. She's raided over to us a couple times, and we have so few opportunities to raid her back that if Div is not on for Sunny Panda, we might raid over to her, because I know that she's doing a 12-hour stream to celebrate the new year. That said, it is at least very possible that we will be back later today to do the next part of this game. I need a rest, I need a stretch, I need to do a workout, I'm gonna get some lunch, and then we'll hopefully be back for some more Control. Alternatively, we might be back for some more Anno 1800 or some Stellaris. Those are both on tap to be streamed here before the major what's the phrase I'm thinking of? Before our vacation draws to a close. Thank you very much to Leo Machiavelli, who's just become a follower. Very much appreciated. And as a follower, you'll get notified if you want when we come back a little bit later. Carolina says thank you for streaming. Yeah, thank you back. Thank you to Hami. Thank you to Patikin and Feecrest for all the interesting conversation. There's probably many others. Hihu stopped by. Thank you to Hihu. And as we sort of as I look through the back catalog here to make sure if I've missed anyone, thank you to Cara Luna also, who just said Ricardnio was here. I think that he stepped out. Let me just see if there's anybody else. Just in case, because who knows? Any number of things could happen. Family could elect to, if not stop by, then reach out and contact. To all of you that are here right now, and all of you that might watch this in the future, I hope that you have a great new year. There's been endless conversations about how 2020 has been a very bad year. 2021 will certainly be getting off to a very, very rough start due to all of the events that it's inheriting from the year that we are now closing out. But hopefully in a year's time, we'll be able to look back and say that we have overcome a number of challenges, that we're still here, that that we and the people that we care about are happy and warm and healthy, and we will have another great year of streaming together, because 2020 has been, from a streaming perspective exclusively, a really, really great year. And just in case we don't come back, I will at least once more call out all of the donations and participations that we got for the Extra Life Children's Charity Marathon that we did in November. I had to make a decision that we weren't going to continuously talk about it, but there has been, as much as the channel has grown, as many new subscribers as we've had, as many new friends as we've met, new followers, and all the games that we completed, there is nothing that meant more to us here than the way that the community came out and helped us to raise, cumulatively with the rest of the Steam group, which is us, More Than a Mia, Drienne Levode, and Chivalry, raised over $1,000 for that charity, and it meant so much. So you might hear a repeat of this if we do another stream later today, but I did not want to let 2020 close out without talking about how awesome that was at least once more, because it meant the world to us. And our goal is to make 2021, again, even better, even bigger, and to accomplish even more, have some more fun streams. So just in case we're not back later today, I did want to express that. Otherwise, the intent is that we will see you a little bit later in the afternoon and possibly on into the evening. Let's go find somebody fun to raid, either Real Cutie Pie or the Sunny Panda. And until next time, you guys, thank you so much, and I hope you have a great day.